Hello,
Sash.
Sash.
Hi,
Hey,
Sash.
Sash.
Balrog of
Dude, Balrog might join us if we're Bulwark of the North. He's got her.
The ball stroll of the North.
Welcome everyone to a special session of Storm King's Thunder tonight because I have no idea exactly what we're doing. I'm pretty sure that you are planning to go and try to check out that steaming mountain which may or may not hold the tomb of Mornbrin, for whom Mornbrin's shield is named after. Apparently a ranger of some considerable repute who also had many friends who were wizards, powerful wizards, that gave him some assistance in the construction of his tomb. On the other hand, we ran into some difficulties with the Zentarum back in Mornbrin's Shield. They outnumbered us, but we outpowered them, and things could have gone more bloodily than they did. But we certainly didn't make any friends with them. We are, of course, carrying that contraband, wyvern poison, that we are meant to deliver to 4 different locations. But given that we didn't deliver it to the first, it seems increasingly unlikely that we're going to deliver it to the rest.
You're on the back way.
That's it. Now, before we went to the steaming, smoking mound out there in the Evermoors, maybe some source of great heat which is turning water into steam. You decided to travel to Nesme. Nesme's got a bad reputation as a ruin. It was a small mining town that were besieged constantly by trolls. And sometime around the spell plague, maybe at the start of it, maybe sometime into it, maybe even before it, it fell. The Lord's Alliance and other associations who tried to protect it simply couldn't hang on. The number of trolls being effectively limitless and the supplies with which to fight them insufficient. Now, as I recall, that was where we ended it. As you were approaching Nesme, that's where we ended it. Is that right?
Yeah, and they came out and told us to piss off.
That's what I thought.
And that is where the plan of going into the Evermoors falls apart.
So there are 8 Zentarum thugs, men and women, almost all humans, but one is a dwarf and one a halfer. They are on riding horses that have the appropriate tack and bit and bridle and so on. So there are 8 of these Zentarum officers or soldiers on their riding horses, cavalry, and they've noticed you and they charge down towards you, but they don't slam into you with their spears. They don't fire on you with their crossbows. Rather, they stop about 100 feet away and rear up their horses aggressively and tell you in no uncertain terms that you cannot go any further. If you wish to travel around Nesme, by all means, do so. But this road beyond this point is Zentarum property.
Why can't we pass through?
The ruins of Nesme have fallen under Zentarum control. None are allowed to enter. We mean you no harm. We do not wish to quarrel. Please simply go around. Travel to the north and go around rather than to the south. There is no need to enter the Evermoors. Travel north, and may you go in peace.
So you're telling us, I presume you don't know who we are.
You have seemed to be adventurers, and the fact that you are this far out means that you have little fear, for only the boldest of travellers would dare to wander through the Evermoors. And besides, he points towards your mammoth, it is clear that you are powerful and wealthy people. We wish not to quarrel with you, and thus I ask you that you go around.
That isn't what I meant. What I meant was, we haven't in-game made a name for ourselves yet, have we? So we're just still unnamed. I know, but like our actual name, we have. We actually haven't given ourselves the name of Bulwark of the North yet, have
No,
we?
you have
No.
not. No.
Okay.
And even the exploits that you have gotten up to would be more famous on the Sword Coast or in the spine of the world than this far east. It's not that far east, but it's far enough, for that maybe news of you hasn't travelled. Maybe.
HB, we're not just a group of adventurers. We're the group of adventurers trying to stop the giants of the north coming and destroying our lands and killing everyone in it. If you aim to stop us, then you aim to aid the giants. Are you traitors, treasons, or what?
Nay, on the contrary, we too seek to end this problem with the giants. You should well know that. The Zentarum have no interest in chaos, no interest at all. Rather, we seek the security that provides for good trade and safe merchant activity. Nay, I ask you again, travel north. It will take you no more than a few miles out of your way, and the country is not so rough. Hilly and stony, yes, but you are. It will not be difficult for you. However, if you attempt to enter Nesme, you will find difficulty indeed.
Is there no trade we can make with you?
There is not. I have my orders.
Well, your
Where
orders
do your
suck.
where do your orders come from?
My orders come from a priest, and I will not defy religious law.
That didn't answer my question. What priest?
The priest is from Damara. Their name is Nelgorn. Is there anything else you wish to know?
I'll look to the rest of the party to see what they want to do.
How do you put your pants on in the morning?
I shall take my leave then, and I trust that you will. Then Tavern Keep.
From Ornbren.
He looks confused and says, I have not seen any Tavern Keep. Indeed, there have been new travelers here over the past several days. If you wish to explore the ruins of Nesme, you may do so in a 10-day or a month from now. But not now. I do not know of this Tavern Keep that you speak of. Forgive me.
Maybe camp nearby, at least.
What did you say? Can you camp nearby?
Yeah, is it like towards the end of the day?
I suppose it's probably getting that way, but there'd still be a bit of time in you. So you may camp right here, but I ask that you do not come closer.
How far out are we from Nesme?
A couple of miles, 2 or 3 miles.
I looked at everyone.
Hmm.
I
I'll
say we keep going.
lean down and whisper into the closest person's ear that I can see what they're up to with an arcane eye.
Okay, so is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
we stay,
Yeah.
I can do that. If not, we can just pass on through, I guess. All right. Camping here then.
All right. So we settle down and we'll begin our preparations. And you send an arcane eye out to inspect it. It's invisible and it flies how far?
30 feet per 6 seconds.
About as fast as someone walks. Yeah, no worries.
Lasts an hour, so if it would it get there?
Yeah, it'll get there. It won't have much. But
Another
yeah, it won't
20
have a lot
minutes
of time.
to
Yeah,
stay.
exactly.
Yeah, I'll snoop on what the hell they're doing there then.
All right. When your eye turns up there, by now the castles have been erected and you've watered your animals and so on. The time the arcane eye gets there, it's able to see a ruin. Most of Nesme was made of wood, and much of that burned. So, although there is a ruin of a town here, there isn't actually that much to see. Um, Stone walls, the foundations of buildings, blacksmithies, those sort of stone buildings, temples still have fragments of surviving, but most of the common dwellings have nothing left but ash. There are, as you expect, Zentarum soldiers within the vicinity of here. Not so many. Maybe about 30 in total. Perhaps not quite that many, but roughly 30 Zentarum with horses. So it's a pretty considerable cavalry force.
Hmm.
They appear to be waiting for the arrival of visitors. You look in the distance with your arcane eye and you see a small army, I guess. There must be roughly 20 hobgoblins, fully armed. The hobgoblins bear insignias of flame and heads that look vaguely dwarven but with black beards. And the allegiance is obvious because trailing behind them, towering above them, is a smoking, black-skinned, orange-haired fire giantess. She is wandering with purpose towards Nesme. The Zentarum appear to be apprehensive, but nonetheless welcoming.
So not preparing for an attack.
No, it looks like they are basically just offering that kind of presidential retinue guard that you might expect between diplomats meeting. There's soldiers there, but even they are dressed nicely, look respectable, have a bodyguard appeal to them rather than a military feel.
And is the giant holding a dowsing rod again? Well,
The giant, no, the giant has no dowsing rod. No.
cool. Yeah. Now I'll just watch what they're doing then. And I'll let everyone know that they're making deals with the giants.
That is no good. That's a
What
lot
is
of
it?
people and enemies.
Say 30 cavalrymen about and a bunch of hobgoblins. And a fire giant. I think it's best to wait it out. Yes. The safer way, one thing, and I do not think he left at all. Are they doing when they meet? Do they do anything special? Do they head anywhere special? And
No.
do I see this priest at all?
Yeah, you do. A a priestess or a priest, sorry, a male priest, priest of Bane, a god of war, is the one, the delegation leader of the Zentarum faction. You can't. Do you have lip reading?
Yes.
All right. Whose lips do you watch? The giant or the priest?
Is there a way I can be adjacent to them to view both?
Not really, no. No,
Um,
especially not with the no. So short answer is no.
I'll watch. I'll put it in a position where I can easily switch at key points. So I'll start with the giant.
All right. No worries. So yeah, they meet. There is a fanfare, but not much. It's quite tense on both sides. But they're quite respectful. The hobgoblins don't misbehave, and the Zentarums hold their nerve as well. There are some brief greetings that pass, and it seems that they go through some formalities, which they clear up relatively quickly, largely due to the giant. You read her lips say something like, "Let's get on with it," and the Zentarum priest says something that you're unable to catch. The fire giantess responds with agreement. She will agree to this, and she thinks for a while and says, "I accept those terms."
And I'll switch back to him at this point.
All right, and so he's pretty happy with this, and he asks for a prisoner, a particular prisoner, um, as or some sort of a gesture of faith. And you see her nod, but you're unable to catch the response that she gives directly. In any case, it looks like it's going well. And whatever the agreements they have made, or whatever proposal the Zentarum had, the fire giantess has agreed to and is offering to give something back to them, namely a prisoner, as a show of good faith.
Is it a prisoner that is of their company, or is it just a prisoner?
You didn't see the response. All you saw that was he asked for for something, and she agreed that she would yeah.
Where did they come from? The north, or did they come from within the Evermoors, or from the east, or something, or
Yeah,
west?
somewhere from the north, but the exact direction is impossible to determine. Not the Evermoors, and not the west.
Okay. I convey to the best of my ability the information.
It looks like the meeting's not going to last much longer. Both sides appear to be pleasantly surprised, and
How easy it
eager
went.
to just exactly. That's right. How easy it went, and they're both. I thought this would be more difficult. Good. I fucking don't like you people. Let's move on now.
All right. And I'd like to, like, if I have any time left, when they depart, when they split up, I'd like to zoom in on the priest person again, see if he has any orders to give out
Sure.
in the end.
No worries. We'll get to that in a moment. That does give the party at least maybe 5 minutes or something if you, I don't know, wanted to cast Dimension Door and teleport yourselves in there, and you know what I mean. So anyway, if there is anything that you want to do while this negotiation is going on, you're pretty sure that it's not going to last long. So it's up to you to decide. If you do, you're still several miles away, more than 2 miles, less than three. It's a long way.
Mm.
Nonetheless, it's up to you.
We could stick around and maybe see the turnout. What does it say?
1 foot difference, sure.
Rules is written that humans are always medium size, but you know, you can be flexible.
Yeah. You can seem 1 foot shorter or taller. Wait, how tall are you? 3 foot? You could appear 1'8".
It's pretty small.
Would you get advantage on stealth if you're so fucking tiny?
You deserve to. You did in previous edition. +4. Yeah. It's a little known.
It's a small gnome. You're a smurf. Are there blue gnomes? Smurf Nebly the closest to blue. They're grey though, aren't they? Yeah, do we want to do anything about this? I don't know what they agreed to, but prisoners exchanging, they all seem quite happy with the outcome.
I'm against it because they help giants, and giants are literally causing so much fucking devastation.
And they are Bay Knights.
I vote to kill them.
30 of them? Was there
bounty on
30?
their head.
30 hobgoblins, 20 cavalry, a priest, and a fire giant.
And
That's
they're all
rough numbers.
and they're splitting up.
That looks like they may, but
Okay.
we remain.
Could I have looked over my bounties while he was doing while Saxon was while Aradel was doing what he was doing and
The
see
arcane
if
stuff.
any of the people who approached us earlier, any of the Zentarum that approached us earlier, have bounties?
Yeah. Sadly, no.
Damn it.
Sadly. Even you want us to kill them.
I think we should wait till they split up and then just take out half of them. It'll
Mm,
mess up the deal.
sounds risky, but these are like pretty hardened fighters. All these Zents.
Well, the fact that they're cavalry would generally indicate that they are a cut above others. That's, yeah, cavalry are usually considered an elite unit.
Yeah, they're not gonna be pushovers.
We have a mammoth. I can bring 3 animals out of my bag.
True.
I'll do it right now. I'll pull out 3. I'll just roll a 3d8.
I think I sometimes underestimate us.
4 and a 7.
Oh, you got a double.
2 rats.
No,
3
2
rats.
boars and a direwolf.
Cool. Boars and wolf.
Mm.
Well, that's a few. That's 3.
Is good. These guys could take a few hits for us, or as well.
I like make sure I'm not near the boars because they smell bad. Do
None
do
of
we
the guys that met with us earlier have bounties though, so we should go after the giant.
and 30
That's-
hobgoblins.
Yeah, hobgoblins. It really depends on, as a group, do we think we can kill the giants and the hobgoblins or the cavalry?
If I was, if the giant, if I was close enough to the giant and could compel it to not do anything for an entire fight, we might have a chance. Or if they group up, I can confuse a bunch of the hobgoblins, but not today, actually. Not to the confusion, at least.
Plus, we got all that poison we stole from the Zentarum I can use
Ah, yes.
against a single target. Much better than.
We
30
handed it all
riders.
to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. Maybe. Probably.
We probably would have unpacked it at this point. Come on,
Yeah.
let's be real.
Mm.
Yeah.
we did. And me and Prophet can blast out the fodder with our fire spells. So there's that.
That's true.
And one other thing, if we are committing to this, Wild, don't just go straight out there quick as fuck like you usually do. Let me and Raskan get up there. We're a bit slower than you, but we're a lot harder to hit.
Slow fucking.
What
Yeah, sure.
what were the hobgoblins equipped with?
Longbows, long swords, splint mail. That's what you think, but you're not sure.
Yeah, pretty average hobgoblin sort of gear.
Yeah.
No shields or anything.
Yeah, shields, but longbows and shields, you can't use at the same time. But they did have
Yeah.
shields, yeah.
Cool.
But
30 of them. Oh,
Oh, okay.
I think if we got the drop, we might be able to get rid of them. Let me just see what I have prepared tonight. I browse my memory. I have very little to help in fighting right now, but that is okay. Yeah, I can affect this fight very poorly. That's alright though. I can heal. That's the main good thing. I believe that you're going to leave immediately, and hobgoblins and giants, I don't think they really care for darkness. If it's dark.
Well, which way are they heading?
Back north, I assume. We could track them. It's probably not very hard at all to track giants and a band of hobgoblins.
I think we should kill the giants over the cavalry.
Agreed.
Because if we kill the ones coming towards us now, then we are picking a fight with the Zentarum.
I don't see the difference between the Zentarum and the giants, to be honest.
I do.
One's a merchant army, the other is giants,
Both
the enemy of
evil as
mankind
well.
right now.
See, the other one is giants, which are like literally everything. They're like a merchant army. Some are a wizard army. Some are fucking, smiths. God,
Yeah, but
they're
we're
cool.
already against the giants.
Yeah.
Why do we want to bring the Zentarum into that?
Alright, scumbags.
We understand that, but they're just going to cause problems if we pick a fight now. You need to know your fights. You really do. And
I think you underestimate us, but that's
underest
for another
don't
time.
Jaraxxus, you have nearly died 3 times. Do not tell me I'm underestimating us.
What do you mean nearly died? I've never been downed.
Okay, buddy. I took a boulder for you twice.
I did not
Don't.
ask you to.
Okay.
I would have been fine, I would have gotten out.
Keep telling
I
yourself
had
that.
plans.
Okay.
Alright, all in agreement. Ignoring the Zentarum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Sleep the night or storm after them now?
Well, you need to get your spells or whatever, right? Oh, but couldn't we travel and you rest?
On the back in the cart?
Yeah, in the cart. Set up a bed where Nap sleeps or something.
But Prophet has also set up his towers.
Yeah, that's true. Forgot that.
How long does it take to set up the towers?
Instantaneous. Oh, 10
30
minutes.
minutes.
30 minutes.
And it would have taken me
Well-
at least like half an hour for the eye to get to Nesme,
Okay.
I think. I don't know.
Well,
Let me do the math.
I wasn't sure if Prophet put up the towers like straight away, or like before you found out what they were all doing, or after. Okay, so yeah, okay.
Five, two, eight. Oops. So what are we going? What are we doing? We sleeping, and then tracking them in the morning.
Sure.
All right. All right. All right. All right. So you camp in your towers, and it's safe where you are. No one can is likely to harm you in these magical defensive structures that you build. But back to the giants. Since that negotiation, as noted, only lasted somewhere between 5 and 15 minutes, and then was all over. So, as you know, they came to some agreement, and there was some discussion of a prisoner. They begin to not exactly go their separate ways because the Zentarum remain in Nesme, while the giants head back much in the same way that they came, going overland, heading up towards the north. However, the Zentarum do take one other action, and they wait until hobgoblins are gone before they do so. Is the Archine Eye still up there? Is it?
I said I'd leave it close to the priest person in case he barked
Yeah.
out some orders.
Yeah, the priest person begins to write out a message. You're probably unable to get more than a little bit of the information as he scribbles it down. You could make an investigation roll to see how much your eye is able to
Sure
pick up.
thing. Investigation. Trying to find it. There it is. Without the D4, 16.
All right, and it's a report. The the Zentarum officer, the priest, has what have they told him? Okay, the Zentarum has pledged to keep the Lord's Alliance out, and other groups, of course, from interfering in the Fire Giant's agenda, specifically to find the Vonidod fragments.
Fuck me.
However, they are they will be doing that on the condition that when the Fire Giants complete the construction of the Adamantine Colossus, they will not use the Adamantine Colossus to attack settlements that the Black Network, that the Zentarum forbid them from doing.
Sounds like a pretty shitty agreement. But please don't use it on us.
For example, if you were to attack Evelyn, Mr. Fire Giant, don't hit Moongleam Tower because that's our asset.
Yeah, holy shit.
Hmm.
Holy shit. It's like giving someone your entire army and saying, don't kill me with it.
No.
Holy shit. They're tyrants.
He wraps the message up in a scroll, attaches it to a winged serpent, and it flies somewhere. in the west.
Do you still have the sending thing, your charge, Jiraxis?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do
Sending
you
stone.
the charge, do you still have it for today?
For today, is this the same day that we left the city?
No,
It
it's been like
is,
a
I
week.
think. No, we.
It's been a
the,
while.
it's the same day that we contacted him about the
tower, the
sh-
mountain.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, so
True.
he sent a message back today as well.
And no, I'm gonna have to wait till tomorrow for it to regain enough power to send a message.
That's all right. We must tell the Harpers and whoever else this information. Definitely.
What information?
Uh, the Zentarum have made an agreement with the Fire Giants. They won't interfere with their finding, or when they prevent the Lord's Alliance from interfering with the Fire Giants finding this Vonindod, which is apparently a adamantine colossus, a super weapon, more or less.
Oh,
And in exchange, they essentially plead that they don't attack their settlements that they control.
I can see how that's gonna work. That's definitely gonna fall through as soon as they get what they want. But
Probably.
all right, I'll contact him first thing in the morning as soon as it recharges.
I think I will contact someone too then. All right.
Can you contact the Marchion of Mirabar?
The March. I don't think I've met him.
Oh, well, can you help me write a letter?
Do you have? What's going to deliver it?
We'll find someone.
Oh, I'll help you write it when we get into like Rivermoot or something. Fair.
Yeah, okay.
If I had met the Marchion, I could. Was there like an important gate guard at Mirabar that we talked to at all? That could send a message. That could relay messages. Because I'd be familiar with them since they'd be at the gate or something. Arctic.
Ruh-roh? Question
Uh-oh.
mark?
He's getting used to muting himself.
Oh, yeah, I'm muted again. All right, perhaps. But you don't remember anyone in particular? There's no
Yeah, it's probably a bit
captains
hard.
or anything? Yeah, but
Yeah.
you remember a dude's face, a guy that was at the walls, but
I don't remember General Artissimo or something
no.
at the gate.
Yeah.
No, not important. Yeah, I don't know anyone. I could. No. Could send a message to someone from Xanthar's keep, and they can send a messenger to Mirabar. Regardless, that would be too many spells, I guess. Let's just sleep for the night and try and wait. We don't have to track down these giants. They're coming back with a prisoner at some point to deliver it. We could lay in wait for them.
I mean, I'd rather get them when they're pretty far away from the Zentarum.
Yeah, we can intercept them on their path to the Zentarum.
I'm gonna have to do a little bit of tracking then.
Well, if we do that, we could get help from Mithral Hall, maybe.
Yes. Yes. I could message the dragon.
Mm.
The dragon? It's a pretty silly question.
You mean the Silver Dragon Prophet?
Oh no, not the red one. Yeah, is that the one you're talking about?
The silver dragon, yes. I'm talking about Clarion. There we go. Clarion. No, I'm talking about Clarion, the silver dragon. We speak of Clarion was dropped on his head.
Spoken song.
Pardon?
The spoken song kind of thing. Very.
Oh, he had melodic voice, not
Yes.
song.
Close enough. Look, words.
He's
difficult.
a dragon. Yeah, he's with the dwarves of Mithral Hall. All right. All right. I think yeah, I'm okay to sleep and message people on in the morning. I will have to change my what's it called? My spells around. Unless we're doing anything else that anyone would like to do.
Niet.
Cool. I'm gonna quickly redo my spells. I'm gonna take banishment just in case we go up against that giant. Yeah, I get that oftentimes. What does enhance ability do? It just gives you advantage on things.
Or like health buffs and other stuff like carrying capacity.
So, falling damage, double carry capacity, advantage on strength checks, T6 temp hit points. Yeah, it's not constitution checks. Is there even any constitution checks that aren't just saving throws?
Yeah, for drinking.
I guess.
And like eating contests where you have to hold down food.
Ah,
I
yes,
imagine.
let me.
I imagine that'd be a saving throw, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna take. What does anyone want? Any specific spells? Just for shits. Inflict wounds. I highly doubt that I'm going to get into melee combat. I will take banishment. I will take Shield of Faith just in case I can drop concentration at some point.
I'm gonna take warding bond.
Amazing. Why? So 1, 2, 3,
How much do
4,
paladins preparing? I always forget.
5,
Half
6, 7.
paladin crit. Is branded down or up?
It's rounded down.
Yeah, so 3.
I can get 2 more.
I can get one more.
I might take Beacon of Hope. Do I need a? I'll take Guiding Bolt too, just in case I need some damage. Um, I don't know if I should use my third level spell. Just can't. I'll save sending for later. But you can send with your rock today. Death Ward. Okay, I think I'm good. How's everyone else going?
I see one more spell. I don't know what to get.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I
More
sorted out my
smites.
spell that I want.
Sure, I'll get Branding Smite.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I get one more spell.
Wait, Warding Bond isn't concentration?
Nope.
Huh.
Thanks for reminding me. I might get Warding Bond.
I've got it.
I might
I
get
don't
it
know if
too.
you want it as well.
I don't think we can both benefit from it.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's
Oh, we
that.
could actually. We can benefit from it, but it'd be pretty shitty. Is there a feedback loop for Warding Bond? Like if both of you get caught in a single AoE?
You infinitely take damage.
Yeah. That'd be funny. I
That'd
know
be
it would
fucking
get
shit.
halved every time, but it fucking hurt.
Like you're slowly taking.
It's probably not a feedback loop. Just it'd be
Yeah.
funny if there was.
Well, yeah. It just
Um,
sounds bizarre.
no, it only goes once. It only goes one way. No, no, but if both of us cast it on each other, is what I'm saying. If we cast it, yeah. I don't know if I want to take. I might drop Sanctuary, so I can take Wooden Bond. Who wants the ring? The one ring toward them all.
What ring?
My Warding Bond ring. You need platinum rings for Warding Bond.
Oh. I mean, no one else takes it. I will, because I'm pretty much an up close and personal character now. Yep.
I very much am an up close and. I just thank you for reminding me of that, Saxon. I don't have a ring, so I might as well not prepare it.
Yeah, pair of platinum weight rings worth at least 50 gold pieces each.
We don't have anything in the treasury like that, do we?
We do not have platinum rings, as far as I am aware.
Alright,
What
then won't
do we
take
get?
that then. +1 AC and. Ping it.
If I could lay in wait somewhere with what's it called, and start casting Prayer of Healing, and start the fight 12 seconds before it casts, that'd be perfect. Get 2 rounds in, and then I can cast Prayer of Healing.
It's possible. It sounds like very difficult, but it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like I know it's like it might sound impossible, but it's not necessarily because of the terrain. The terrain here is very rocky, lots of rises, lots of ridges. So when you travel through this terrain, it's usually best to go through the forested gullies rather than up over the high mountain peaks, which are quite difficult, particularly if you're carrying longbows and are wearing splint mail like the hobgoblins are. So with the prophet being the brilliant military mind that he is proving himself to be, we could probably predict that when we come across the giant and his troops, we might be able to find a place where they're either scrambling over a mountain or going through a wooded pass. In which case, you just might be able to set yourselves up into a perfect ambush position. it might be difficult, but it might not. They didn't have any scouts that you noticed. They didn't have blood hawks or goblin spider riders or anything that could provide sort of air reconnaissance. Um, didn't even have a lizard rider to act as a scout. Um, they were almost purely an infantry force that might give you that might actually make that tactic that you joked about half feasible.
Fair enough. Um, I guess. So we're going to track them and not land wait in ambush because that could take days. Track them through the pass wherever they're going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. May we circle around Nesme and then try and pick up their tracks on the other side?
So you spend the night in the towers,
Yeah.
and yeah, when you're fully refreshed, you as predicted, you discover their tracks relatively easily. There's been a bit of rain in the night, but while that while rain, covers up small amounts of tracks pretty easily, it doesn't cover up large amounts of tracks. It just makes it worse. So we've essentially got the mud trail that we're now following
Yeah.
through the mountains.
And you're gonna cast a sending Jiraxis?
Yeah. I'll write up my 25 words that I'm sending to Thwip.
Cool.
And then I'll just send it to you. Make sure you approve.
Me,
Yeah.
Zentarum near Evermore's. Zentarum making a deal with brokering deal with fire giants.
Yeah.
So and
I was just
so.
gonna basically do it. Yeah.
Prevent Lord's Alliance from interfering with super weapon building. Look, we'll let you guys forage for your nuclear weapons, but just don't use them on us, alright? Yeah. Oh, it's been like a couple days. Journal. Our griffins are pretty close to getting there. Oh. They are 20 out of 30, I believe. May have been more days.
6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 100. Sure, I'll just say that.
Do you have any armor, Maurice?
Yeah. I got like plate.
Do you? Oh,
Yeah.
spare plate that we had around,
Yes.
this lying around.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay.
So I'm up to 15 armor at the moment.
Can you wear plate?
No, he
Yep.
can't. I don't. Can't,
Oh,
no.
not. Oh, sorry. It's not plate. It's where is it?
Didn't think so.
Um,
Scale?
I was gonna say unless you're muscle wizard,
Half
bro.
plate. Half plate.
Yeah, medium armor, half plate.
Yeah.
That's 15 plus dex or something.
15 plus dex, is it? Hang on, I'll have a look.
Half plate should be 15 plus dex, but it gives you disadvantage on stealth.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. Disadvantage on stealth. 15
But
plus
dex to a maximum of plus 2.
Yeah.
So you get plus
Yeah.
none.
Yeah. I don't have any dex.
Haha.
So just have 15 AC. Better than 10 though. Yeah. What would the mage armor coupon give me?
13 plus dex.
Well, just give me 13 then. That's alright. I'll just give you the coupons back. Thank you, but no thank you. I'm fine now. So I give you 3 coupons back.
1, 2. You only did like 18 words there.
I know, but like, what else are we gonna say?
They're preventing the Lord's Alliance from interfering with weapon building.
To prevent. Oh, I didn't mention the Lord's Alliance part. Rip. Deal with fire giants to prevent with weapon. Oh, I completely butchered that.
Because if the Zentarum were just like hanging back, then at least we'd have the Lord's Alliance
Yeah.
fucking badgering the fire giants. But now they're trying to redirect the, you know. All right. Just rewrite. He's sending it again. Oops,
No,
what
I
did I
just.
say?
Oh, is it has? Was that 18, 19, 20, 21,
1,
22,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. I would have just add on to the end. So it's at 18 there.
You could just add Lord's Alliance after prevent, and it would make sense.
Lords of Rounds. Yeah, that's what I meant to do, but I just stuffed it up.
Make a modicum of sense. Not a direct message. But, you know. And he could answer, pretty sure.
19, 20. Yeah, they're only 20 words after that, so that's fine.
And they can reply with 25 words. Swip iron bottom of Handlestone. Yeah, imagine if a
That's all,
character
folks.
if a character was like fucking Porky Pig and like he was trying to sending and he like filled it all up with
And it cuts off. You're like, what the fuck was that?
Zentarum, but brokering the deal.
Knew they could not be trusted! Exclamation point. You must give a report to the next government official you meet. Also, beware of the Evermore's tomb. And I'll read that out loud.
Ah,
and
yes,
we'll
that was
say
next
that
stop.
out loud. Yeah, I'll say that
We
out
will
loud
see you there.
to everyone so they can hear that.
Do you want a souvenir?
I should really pick up the spell sending next long rest.
Alright, so we tracking down the giants?
Yes,
Or
I will
giant?
give guidance to whoever wants to track them. I am also decent at survival, but not the best.
Oh no, I can only know message.
I have 3 survival.
5.
What'd you say, Karen? Ah, yes.
Oh yeah.
Whoever wants to make the roll, I'll give guidance to, so +4, plus D4.
And I can add
I'll
another
do
D4 after that.
1.
If we need it. Oh, we
Good.
don't need it.
Now roll a D4 on that.
I thought I took guidance. What the hell?
Silly Billy. Hell yeah. So
22.
22.
Dick, you are still muted. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, we're trying to track the. We're trying to get into a decent position on these.
Perfect.
On this company.
Before you left the towers, or rather, while you were in the towers throughout the night, you kept seeing the that mound of stone, that hillock out there among the swamps of the Evermores, constantly with a cloud rising from its tip and then trailing off in the direction of the wind. There are smaller mushrooms out there in the Evermores as well, rising up, billowing like clouds rising from among the mist. But that there is that one that stands out oh so clearly. But you turn away from it for now. You have more pressing issues, more immediate issues. If you don't catch up with this giant and his minions, they may easily get away. And indeed, they make good ground. They don't do a lot of resting during the daylight hours, and they press on much quicker than you might have expected. And you almost do miss them. But fortunately, you have some excellent navigators, and Roz predicts a way for us to cut across some mountain passes and cut them off while they travel through a green valley. So this is where we are. The group can come in from. That's right. The group can come in from any of the four sides, but you have to all come in from the same side. So work out between you which side you all want to come in, and once you've done that, you can put yourselves on any of the outer squares, anywhere within the perimeter, as long again as you're all on the one side. We'll work out whether or not they spot you after you've placed yourself down.
So who would like that warding bond?
I vote either me or Rescon
I'll be very frontline.
or Jiraxis, either one. But
Jiraxis, your AC is 15?
Yeah, 15. That's
Sounds
alright.
like I'm gonna get fucking spanked if
So
I
nah, yeah,
warding
don't
bond you.
I can still be semi-ranged. It's alright.
I'll be 26 when I shield face myself.
Yeah, I'd like to armor the armored, essentially. Yeah. This is warding bond cut lasts an hour, so I'm gonna place it. I'll slip the ring on. What's your AC, Roz?
it is 22 right now.
Mine is 23.
If we keep
I'm
Roz,
just placing my characters as.
if I keep
so I can
you
have-
alive, you can heal other people while taking little to no damage as well in
Who?
combat. You.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I took gentle repose as well, just in case.
Yeah, I have that too. But
You
yep,
can give
gentle-
it to Jiraxis. I don't need it.
I will give.
No, give
I'll
it to
slip the ring over.
I'm sorry, not Jiraxis, Rescon.
I'll
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'll slip the ring over Oh,
Yeah,
Prophet's
human
right
dragon
in
more
there,
than
guy.
we
In
like.
there.
He just dimension gnawed it.
I think he's checking Fireball. Holy shit! You can hit all of them with
And
that.
I got Fireball too, so.
Bungie jumps into me. Can we have the mammoth on the map as well?
And 2 balls and a direwolf.
Two
God.
boars and they're still kicking around.
That was the
I'd
next
have
day.
to, yeah.
Oh,
I'd
you
have
have to
roll some
reroll, yeah.
more. I can bring them in if we want them.
Might as well get as many, players on the field, so to speak.
Action economy.
Yeah,
Make it
I'm gonna
fun.
before when we see them approaching, I'm gonna
alright,
cast Warding Bond on Raskarn. So you have resistance +1 AC as long as we are within how far?
Wow. So we have 1 badger and we have 2 panthers.
60 feet.
Wow.
And I will also cast Shield of Faith on Jiraxis. When we see this stuff going, when we see them approaching. So you have +2 AC, Jiraxis.
There's 17 AC.
How
You
long
should
is
be able to
the
put
last one?
the Moro down yourself. The Manticore. Oh, you have? Has someone put him down? Did I put him down, or did someone else do?
I
I
think
don't
someone
know.
else
He
did.
was there, but now he's gone.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Cool.
The
So-
elusive loot.
So you're going to need a dire wolf and a badger, right?
No.
2 panthers and a badger.
Yeah.
2 panthers and a badger.
Honestly,
I'm not really
have to
fussed
worry
with
about
the
the badger.
Arctic, like, yeah, don't worry about the badger. Badger can be
Badger,
on
badger.
Luro's
Is
head all
Luro
sorts.
going to ride the mammoth into battle?
But I don't want the mammoth to get hurt though. He's a big boy, but he's got a big
I could
heart.
be a big boy and jump off the mammoth once I'm in battle.
Hell yeah.
But guys, the badger does 1d1 piercing damage.
But yes. What doesn't? Does D4, doesn't it?
Nope,
Giant badger?
just a badger.
It's just a badger.
I thought it was a giant badger.
I can get a badger and I can get a giant badger.
Okay, well now. Yeah, don't. If you go rocketing off too far, Grady, the
How far?
60 feet.
Okay.
And because I know Panthers are stealthy, I would have probably told them to go with Prophet if Prophet's actually in there.
Forgot myself. Forgot myself down.
Position.
Mm,
Big cliff.
The
very big
problem is
clue.
getting down.
You have Featherfall, don't you? As well, just in case.
Oh, we do have Featherfall.
There's
That
another
would be awesome, though. Could
I
you
feel like
imagine?
we should open it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like we should open this up with a fireball.
2 fireballs.
Yeah, just
Um,
lay into him from above and then jump
Ooh.
down.
Yeah, I mean, I
And
have.
we have to be on the edge as
Oh,
well. Is
okay.
what Arctic said.
This
Ro-
will. Oh, you're right.
I
Keep
was,
going.
no, I'm just gonna say I would have put the Panthers in some sort of tree, maybe like this, where they could just, it'd be very good for them. Or hopefully stealthy up. Someone there.
We have to put everyone on the edge, so you can position themselves. You can move them into the tree, but we begin on the edge of the map, and then you have to stealth your way into the slot that you want. You don't all have to be next to each other. For example, you could, if you're going to start from the top, you could put people way over here, one square above it, but you know what I mean, way over here if you wanted, and still have people up here, as long as you're all on the same edge.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. So yeah, everyone has to come in from the same edge, but the group can pick whichever end you want.
I can charge you.
charge in with a mammoth. Are you gonna charge in on your steed, Rascon?
Probably, yeah.
I might
I'm-
be on the mammoth with Luro then.
Well, if Lyra's charging in with the mammoth, I'll charge in too.
Yeah, so we can have like the spellcasters up there. Let's leave the spellcasters by themselves.
And if any charge up to us, I can handle them because I'm technically a melee now as well. That's alright.
I
I'll
have-
deal with them.
Me is fair.
We got a werebear.
I am
Yeah.
fear. Ah!
Just stay very far. I'll like warn him beforehand. Is like if I get hit, back away from me, please.
I'm gonna get
What's
mad.
Roz doing?
Is
He
there
might-
enough room for Roz to get on the mammoth? Or would you guys prefer Roz
Mammoths
up here and just
are-
jump
we
from the
have
top?
a
Mammoths are
spare
huge.
horse.
Because honestly, I'd prefer to jump from the top with Featherfall, but I'd have to rely on my teammates.
Well, Featherfall is
reaction.
up
Oh,
with
well-
me. Up on the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Who's
think
on-
I'll also actually start up here because I can climb down real easy as well.
Or you can just leap.
Yeah.
Roz is medium sized, so by rules, no.
By brain.
But
no.
by brain, I think like Roz is a heavy boy, and with the armor too. I'm heavier.
Yeah.
Thick. Thick lad. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, that's up to you.
I'm much heavier. With Roz with plate armor, I put him at 300, or about 240 or 50 kilos. Probably heavier, to be honest.
I'm gonna stay on the sit towards the back of the mammoth. I don't want to get rocked. Hey, Grady, you can get there in one turn on your horse.
Yeah, I know. How fast does a mammoth move?
Probably like 40.
40.
Tis 40.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so we
'cause
need
it's
to
a
roll
down.
our stealth and whatnot.
You drive. I guess the people at the front aren't really stealthing on mammoths.
Yeah, I
and
think
horses.
this
Nope.
squad is the charge squad. I can
Where-
distract.
We're like when like bandits or when like a carriage is going down a hole,
Yeah.
a forested pathway. We are the Robin Hoods making the distraction, and then our band of merry men attack from the side.
Band of merry men.
Cool. Yeah,
Alright.
we're ready.
I think
more or
so.
less. Alright, reminder: Jaraxxus plus 2 AC, Grady
17.
plus 1 AC, and what you calls it.
All right. So it's good positioning. Let's see how this goes. So, are we opening with mammoths charging in? Is that how it begins? A blaring trumpet, or yeah, it was. There is. You were hoping for some other trigger. All right. So the first thing that you'll have to do is anyone who wants to move is going to have to make a stealth roll. So if you're happy in the position you are, don't make any rolls. But anyone who is hoping to move, make your stealth roll.
Who's
Yeah.
that?
That's
stealth
his
rolls.
fireball.
Is
I
that
was really
me?
confused.
Yeah. Do we want to move like in unison slowly? We don't split.
Doesn't matter.
Ooh. I'm also gonna use my inspiration. Oh, it was for me too.
Well-
Nice.
Golly.
All
Yes,
right. I don't
so-
think it's even. I don't think I even really need to roll. Initiative is broken. There is a trumpet sounds, and they already know that you are here.
Man. Why'd you roll the horse's initiative?
Oh, I didn't mean to. Whoop. You can just get rid of the horse. I didn't even realize I rolled it.
No worries.
I must have had both tokens selected.
It's a war zebra, though, isn't it? It's not a horse at all. Looks like a zebra from at least a
I think it's
distance.
the armor.
All right, is
I'm
it?
biting on in the picture.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Lura, you're on the mammoth. You're driving the mammoth, so it goes on your turn when you're on it.
Who's driving
Yes.
the mammoth? Me?
You. I'm not driving the mammoth.
I missed it because I'm lagging. What'd you say?
It goes on your turn, so you can move the mammoth when it's your turn.
Uh,
If
has a
you are
speed of
riding
40
it,
feet.
are you riding it?
Yeah, I completely missed what you said, and you have to type it.
Rip.
She's very laggy.
No worries.
Curse of strength.
Like I'm lagging
That's what
out.
I got to.
Have you tried turning your internet on and off?
Ah. Beep.
I'm just gonna get a drink because I'm at the very last of the initiative, basically. So I'll run. It's right.
No worries. Prophet, you know the game is up when you hear the horns blast. Yeah! I thought everything was going to shit, but apparently that would be an effective place to place it. I'm going to say that that's like 25 hobgoblins and a.
I don't
Put
think
your aura on.
upcasting.
Yeah,
Upcasting
put your
fire
aura on it.
isn't that cool anyway.
Put your aura
Aura.
on Parallaxis so he can get like the right amount of.
I can't see it.
Oh, can't
Yeah.
anyone see it? I can see the aura.
Oh, okay, don't worry about that.
All's
Cool.
good in the hood.
Yeah.
I couldn't see it either, Grady.
Yeah,
Here
no
we go.
worries.
You should be able to see it now.
Ah,
Yeah.
there we go.
Make
Fuck
16.
Me.
Holy shit.
Alright.
Is he
These ones
just
are
hit?
wiped out.
My goodness.
All of them? What?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, he's a new kill leader.
15 in one fell swoop.
And the
Holy
hobgoblin is
shit.
barely hurt at all.
Which one? The one at the front?
commander. Yeah,
Oh,
that's right. He holds
wow.
up his shield, and it seems to absorb.
He's got shield master, or he's got fire resistance, or something. One of the two. What a champion.
Fuck
Holy
me.
shit.
Accurate.
Is that from Vola?
All right, Mammoth Rider. Yeah.
You can direct the mammoth to dash, which would increase its speed to 80.
No, didn't hear a thing.
No good.
Either way, we're dashing in.
Hell, she got it anyway. Hell yeah.
That's why. Can you see the arrow?
Let's go.
That means I'm in there too.
All right, and so Luro will still have their action. It's too big.
Uh-huh.
It's just the mammoth that dashes. All right,
And
so you.
half her movement if she wants to dismount.
Cool.
Javelin.
I'm back.
Perfect.
And movement.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Half movement to dismount. What? 35. Can I throw a javelin from the mammoth? Sure can. Okay, let's do that.
Hey.
Hey,
Yell yeah.
yake.
Yake.
Yeet.
Ooh.
Roll.
Yay! Wait.
Just yeet it right.
Imagine wearing full plate and someone throws a dart at you. That's basically what it is.
Especially being a giant.
What the? It's just the 9 damage.
Yeah, I haven't raged or anything.
All right.
Fuck
So
this shit.
13 damage as the armor of your enemy.
Just 9. It's without rage, and that's
Just
also
9.
and the enlarged damage.
Oh, I gotta unclick rage and unlaunch. Thanks.
Unlarge. It's not the size of the lure that counts.
That's me done.
Mm.
I'd like to reinforce that I am on the back of this mammoth.
All right.
Back
Sorry,
of the bus on the mammoth.
all Roz is going to do is use his movement 30 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Is that where the cliff is there? Arctic, like, or
Yeah, and those, where the cliff is long, like it's less steep than say here, where it's a vertical drop.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's absolutely true. You're not wrong. It's about 80
30.
feet, somewhere between 60 and 80 feet.
And I'll hold my action to dash for when Wild is going to dash too, so we can go down at the same time.
Holy
You can jump off a
Jesus.
bridge together.
It's
If your friend
incinerator.
jumped off a bridge, would you?
Depends on the friend. Does my friend have featherfall?
Wait, am I on the initiative?
Maybe not.
Did you not? Oh, you
your
rolled.
I
You
did.
rolled the horse.
Ah,
then-
okay, but the horse. Yeah, okay. I had a 15 for initiative.
15, yeah.
Yeah.
Roger. So
You
chuck his
dingus.
yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
just,
I'll roll it again. Yeah,
exactly, and
Yeah,
add
yeah.
yourself in. But you can take your action immediately.
cool. So all I wanted to do was charge in with my horse, eh?
I think you'll find it's a zebra, but anyway.
That's why it's faster than a
Um,
regular horse.
God damn it.
And then I'm gonna smack this fool. Beforehand, I'm going to Wrathful Smite.
That gets rid of your bonus. That gives you your shield.
My
I
shield.
love it when they come to me, she says.
Yeah, you casted divine
did-
shield on yourself, didn't you, at the start?
No, I didn't actually do that.
Okay.
No. Wrathful Smite. And it's not a concentration by the looks. Maybe I just haven't ticked that.
All smites are
go.
concentration because
I
you
must
can
have just-
have it onto your sword up to a minute.
Yeah, yeah. Cool.
So if you
Alright,
miss 9 times on the 10th attack, you could get it.
yeah. Alright, Wrathful Smite. And I'm gonna lay into it.
All right. It's
I
a
don't think-
she, but they all
I'm
look
gonna
the
lay
same.
into.
Does it got
That's
a
more
beard?
like it. It's kind of. It's sort of wispy, whiskers.
Like when old ladies get like sort of.
You didn't have to say it, but yes.
I'm gonna call her and him anyway, just to piss her off.
I'm gonna put a Divine Smite into that as well.
So divine smite plus sword damage plus
Plus
wrathful
wrath
smite,
smite.
and then they have to make a saving throw of some degree. Holy shit, that's a good fucking
Fuck
psychic
me.
damage.
That's a very good roll.
Nice.
27.
And don't forget to pump your divine.
That's
You
in
got
there.
your divine smite in there. Okay. Holy shit. That's not all psychic damage then.
14 psychic, 12. Yeah, sorry. Yes, even just said that. 3 psychic,
11
11
radiant,
radiant, 12 slashing, 1 cold.
1 cold.
All right. It all affects them the same. So what's the total?
26,
27.
Oh, so
She
vulnerable.
grunts, but she she is hardly phased by this. Just beginning to warm.
And I think. Oh, I'm gonna do another attack too before I say this.
She makes a wisdom save for fear or charisma, which one it is. I think it's
Yeah, I can't remember if that's on a turn or.
you just read it.
Yeah. 17 a hit probably doesn't.
Not quite. She blocks it.
No. Uh,
The fear wouldn't give advantage or anything to her.
wisdom save.
It must, yeah. So it just makes a wisdom save or be frightened until the spell ends.
And I also have my aura of conquest too.
So you have a
Fuck.
minute. So you're concentrating and have a minute. Never mind. You're not concentrating. Nerd.
Oh,
Your spell ends. So.
Yeah.
oh, hang on. When the giant enters, I thought it said when you. Never mind. All right. You begin the battle, and she seems delighted that you've come straight to her. She's relishing this. Yeah, she's relishing this.
I'd rather not get clobbered by a fucking rock from across the map.
All right, Nap, you're in an excellent position, high up on the ridge.
Yes, I just start making my way towards the edge of the mountain to do some sniping.
Pew pew. Can you kill 15 people in one shot?
If I have a tactical nuke.
Dang.
This is the hobgoblin. He's blowing a horn at the moment, but he's probably stopped blowing the horn because it's blown from his hands around about the time his legion is utterly destroyed.
I'm going to use a bonus action to attach to the poison I got.
Excellent.
Ding.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Is that
sneaky
with the
move.
poison in there? No, it's
No, the
not.
poison's a separate thing.
Holy fuck. Holy
Oh,
shit.
Fuck.
Oh,
Hopefully they fail. It's a constitution save. But oh,
my
yeah!
Gee, that's unfortunate.
So 30,
Wow.
42, 58.
fuck me.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure you can double check me if
I'm gonna-
58 seems right.
I'm gonna try
Ow! She says, starts vomiting.
Holy fucking shit. Holy
Absolute
shit.
execution.
As a proud dad, I'm like, I made that scope.
Here comes for your eye.
Holy fuck.
Alright, the fire giant is terrified and furious at the same time. She smashes into Raskan and into his horse, and then goes straight for the mammoth.
Oh no.
And then into the mammoth. So you get an attack of opportunity, Raskan, but first of all, you and your horse both have to pass a strength 19 saving throw. The mammoth also has to pass a strength 19 saving throw, and if it fails, well, we'll get to that if it fails.
We all get knocked prone.
You got it.
Oh, thank God.
Oh my god, horse. Come
Thank
on,
you,
settle
Miro.
down.
The horse got a 24, by the way.
The horse also has a +3 to that, so I got a 27.
I'll take the horse off everybody so that everyone can see it.
What a champion.
Yeah, the horse got a 27 total, so.
Horse don't give a shit.
There we go. Okay, so the fire giant shoves into you.
Does it get
Wow.
bounced back?
Yeah, it can't believe it, and when it sees that none of you are prone, it in turn it instead returns and swings back towards the knight, the dragon on the horseback, and seeks to kill Raskan for daring to come near her in the first
Miss
Oof.
and 1 hit.
front.
So you take. I don't know. You're not the one with resistance.
Yeah, am
Right.
I?
Yeah, you are.
Hey,
Yeah, you
yeah.
are. You are. You are. So you take 11, and I take 11.
Oh, nah, it's a bit late, isn't it? I know what happens. It's alright.
All right, wild gold.
And I must make a concert.
That hit above yours too. Sorry, was the opportunity attack.
All right, excellent, excellent. So another 12 damage, unless it's vulnerable to cold.
Hey.
Isn't that the edge of the cliff right there?
Mm-hmm.
It is. That's where it starts to crumble. Yeah. So you can this little sector as being one of those over and stupid to go and take selfies on.
That's 35 feet. I look back at Prophet, and I yump.
Yum. Oh,
Yump
yes.
off.
Yeah, holding. How far do I leap? Like, I actually don't know.
Can leap up to your with is it a running jump or is it a
I
standing
have a
jump?
jump calculator.
I
that
imagine
I
it
found.
was a running jump. Like I was holding. Oh, I was hoping it was a running jump.
And it's like 10 or 5 feet plus your strength modifier.
We'll call it a running jump. You know what you're doing. Like I don't like the way in a game everything starts and stops, and we wait for each other's turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I kind of think of it as it's all molded in one.
of course it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I imagine
like-
because Rod's a lot bigger, he went first with Wild caught up.
That's cool. Yeah, that's perfect.
Because essentially it's all happening in the same span of
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
It's
So,
just yeah.
I'll
Yeah, of
just
course it is.
say
Perfect. That's there. I actually really love the visual of this as you got Rose charging, thundering, and then Wild Guard rips past him. They both go past Prophet. There's an explosion. He casts Featherfall. They both leap. It's very cinematic.
Yeah.
Playing it out in my head looks like something out of like fucking Black Panther or something.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you land among these shard corpses. It's brilliant. You'll have to make acrobatics checks though. Wild Gold's not going to be any danger of hurting yourself. Oh no, you can up to 5, so neither of you will hurt yourself. But make acrobatics checks anyway.
Just for funsies.
Yeah, for
Who
grace.
does the most
Oh,
flips on the way
whoops.
down?
I refreshed it, so I didn't have my character sheet open.
No worries at all. Roz lands with a thump as he hits one of the side of the kind of run down the side, and Wild Gold is only mildly more graceful. Both of their landings are hard, and grass and dust rise up as the roasted corpses around them bounce.
Superhero landing.
Perfect, yeah, bam! It is, and it is like that. It's not graceful. It's just fun.
Except he's the elephant man.
Except he's the elephant. Much cooler than the iron. All right, Wild Gold. So this is still your turn, right?
The iron elephant.
Yeah. Can I would guess I could still use my feline agility, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Your rage is still on the table, everything.
Yeah. I'm gonna move another 40 feet to right there, I think it was. And I'm just gonna regular rage.
Regular rage.
Regular rage.
And that's my turn.
All right. The hobgoblins have recovered from the explosion, having seen their all of their kin get slain, and they likely expect themselves that this is the end now, and that none of them will survive this. But hobgoblins are a special type of creature, and unlike most spineless monsters, most are more than willing to fight to the death, that they may be alongside their god in the future. So that's something like that.
One
They
of them.
all launch their long think is a vulnerable target. Wild Gold has not much armor, and they are unaware of his immunity to pain, and so they think that he should fall easily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so they don't have advantage or anything. So
No.
miss, hit, miss, hit.
6 reduced to 3, 9 reduced to 4.
3 and
7
4.
damage. To you.
Nice.
Barbarians be like.
Fiddling.
Aradel, you're riding a mammoth.
Hey, I am. I'm gonna let's check. What spells do I got going? I'm just gonna hit him with the command while I'm on the. I'm like gonna pop up so I can see over the mammoth's head and all that, and hit him with the command. So I'll tell him to. I'll tell him to. Yeah, grovel. Tell her. Sorry. My apology.
Very well. Let's see if she is in the mood for.
I'll be back in a minute.
DC 14. She.
Before you, never.
And then I duck back down in the
Mammoth
in
tail.
the mammoth fur. I do not wish to get crushed. I think that's all I can really do. Yeah, it's me.
The hobgoblin captain looks around, and the battle scene is carnage, and he knows not what to do. And he turns to his don't fight the lone ones, you fool. Go for those that are already engaged. And he looks to see who someone who is who we can pick on, and he really only has two choices: either the war horse or the mammoth. And the mammoth isn't going to go down very easily, so he shoots the war horse with his
Ding.
longbow.
And I also have barding for it as well.
That is to your advantage. Oh wait. Actually, he's going to use his leadership instead. And what's how? I don't even know this does. Let's see. For 1 minute, the hobgoblin can utter a special command or warning whenever a non-hostile creature that it can see makes 30 within
It's
30
just a
feet.
reaction. Is it?
Right. Oh, is it a react? It's not a reaction, is it?
Whenever a creature that it can see makes an attack roll or a saving throw.
Creature.
I think you need to activate it though. Maybe.
Yeah, that's right. So it's an action to activate
I
it. Yeah.
see.
So for a minute from now on, whenever someone within 30 feet makes an attack or saving throw, it can add a D4 to a roll. Oh, so it's a yeah, that's right. To all of its allies. Yeah. Yeah. All right. And is it within 30 feet of the giant? Not yet. So it moves. The hobgoblin moves into position. Yeah, that's right. Come on, everybody, assist the giant. You know you're holding this. All right.
Hey!
That's right. He's coming with a frog in his throat.
Yeah. Kermit the Hobgoblin.
Come on, guys, shoot everyone! Boom!
Alrighty.
That's
So-
fireball.
What's these and what's these?
They're
These
dead.
The ones over there are
They're
dead.
These
all
ones are
dead.
Okay,
They're
cool.
called casualties.
Casualties. Yeah. What is it? 30. I can move how far? 30 feet.
It's at 120 foot range. I'm pretty sure you can do it.
Yeah, as long
30,
as you
there I am.
move.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant. And then yeah, I'll just
Come
fireball
on
them
the
guys.
cobble.
Fireball,
Right
baby.
in center.
Calling on the goblin.
Magic.
That one guy in the middle's got like a red dot sitting on his head.
That's a 19 total. Oh wait, no. What am I doing? It doesn't.
Yeah, you just need to roll damage.
I don't know why it's still
Dilly
doing that.
Billy.
Yeah. Level
Have you set it to
3.
saving throw or attack roll? That's the problem.
So the
Just 31.
Yeah, don't add the critical damage.
Wouldn't that be fucking
We'll
cool?
fix that right
Critical and
now.
a fireball.
Fuck me.
Hey, take
Where is
63
that?
damage.
Say where is it? It's spell attack. What? None.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. I fixed it.
Or did you?
So is that fireball on these 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those ones.
Let's
Doesn't-
pretend it does.
Okay.
So what would it be? 63. It would reduce to negative 52.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
yeah, DC 15 dex.
It,
Yeah.
it won't matter. It won't matter. They could roll natural 20s and it still wouldn't matter.
Okay.
It's like you can imagine the poor hobgoblin. Fucking boom! That's it. This massive howitzer blast took care of the Western Front for him.
Yeah, it's like we had a cannon set up adjacent to them, and then they just walked right into like the line of fire.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
I'll just stay here for now.
It's like a shock troopers. In 6 seconds, 20 people got fucking cleaned up.
Just
Yeah.
That's a lot of death in very short time.
This is Michael Bay D&D today.
Everyone pack fire.
Prophet, where's your targets gone? Like they just I don't know.
Fire.
Must be about 100 feet, hey? I'm not sure.
75. 75 feet away from you. Yeah, because he fills up
Yeah.
the whole square.
Yeah.
Sorry, you cut out there. Give him a swift nod and have a grin. Let's get closer.
All right, so you'll jump off. You'll use your reaction to leap off. No worries. All right.
Okay.
Now?
If you hold
No,
your
you have to use your reaction.
yeah.
What if you
Yeah, that's right.
just
Yeah.
hold your action to cast Feather Fall?
I can cast Featherfall, don't worry. Both of us
Don't
jump
worry.
off.
Oh fuck. No, you can't cast it. You can't cast and jump off because they're two different.
It has to be
What?
on a falling target.
What if you just cast and then trust?
Jump.
No, just cast and trust. Hold action to cast and trust.
It's a reaction though, so you don't have to hold the action to cast.
So
Oh.
more to the point, because you're holding your action already, so you'll never be able to get to cast the spell. So you'll leap off, fucking bam.
Yeah, but
That's
if you don't,
what'll happen.
can you hold your action to use your reaction to cast Featherfall?
No.
You don't need to hold
Reaction
your
is you don't have to hold a reaction. It's a
Oh,
reaction.
so you just don't hold an action? Yeah, okay, I get it.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. If you
It'll just
pick him up,
cast it. Okay, cool.
and he's still
That
got
you
his
can
action to
do.
do stuff.
Yeah,
That
that's
you
what I was
can do.
trying to get at, but I didn't realize you could just not do anything and still be able to do it. So that's alright.
All
One
right.
man.
So you're holding your action. Excellent. You can do
The
that.
Doge
No problem.
action.
All right, Luro, you are still on Mammoth back, I'm pretty sure, after launching your javelin.
The giant's right there, isn't it? In front of us?
Yeah, that's right. You can imagine the mammoth's tusks are locked in with his armor right now.
Enlarge with his forgot what it was.
Maul or hammer.
Maul, and then jump off the mammoth onto the okay. Is that a bonus action? Please no.
Yes, let me cast Fireball on the fire giant.
Unless you get fire element.
Try it, little man.
Wasn't me, it was the fire giant. Their farts are volatile.
Mm-hmm. Would actually be devastating.
I still live.
I
I'm
don't
still
know if
over
I'm-
half health.
I can rage, can't I?
Rage
I
is a
don't
bonus
think
action.
so. But was it a bonus action to enlarge or an action to enlarge? Does anyone know?
Enlarge the spell is an action,
Um,
but I don't know what it is on a
Enlarge is
weapon.
a once per long rest, so.
But is it? Did
I
we write
think
down a
it was a
bonus action or an
bonus.
action?
There is a
I
bonus.
think it was a
I
bonus.
recall
from
a bonus.
memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we
Bonus?
covered it last time and it was a bonus. So that means that you've still got an action, but you can't rage because rage is a bonus action. So you've jumped off, you've enlarged yourself, and you still have your act to attack or
I'm
whatever.
going to smack him twice at the mall. right in the head.
She is not happy to see yet another almost as big as her and
Bink bonk.
There you go. See, it's in there.
It's even written there, yeah.
I just.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
You can choose to reckless attack to gain advantage on subsequent attacks.
Wow, that's unlucky.
Dink donk.
Uh-oh.
unfortunately the enemy
Hey, that's
deflects
what you
both. She blocks both of your blows. Yeah, and yeah, unless you wanted to go reckless, but that would leave you vulnerable to her fighting back.
Not really. No.
No worries at all.
Does the mammoth get its go?
Oh yeah, the mammoth does get its go. Yeah,
Mammoth
yeah.
gets its own initiative if you really want to add more to the initiative modifier while
Sorry,
she's apart from it.
We'll
Can I
just,
just say
we'll
this?
just.
I just
yeah.
have to go AFK quickly, but all I'm going to do is just run to this dude. That's all I'm going to
Roger.
do. So I'll be back.
No problems. Yeah, you can control the mammoth. So it's a free creature now. It can go on your initiative. It's easier. So
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead and do what the mammoth would do.
It's gonna go.
Straight through its armor, ripping up the plate mail that she spent months making.
Holy shit. Oh my god, that damage.
So I roll the damage now, don't I?
You press
Just
the
click
attack button.
gore
It's pressing
Yeah,
attack.
or
You-
attack, one of the
yeah,
two.
There you
that's
go.
the
Oh.
way. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Okay, then.
Next character is gonna be a mammoth. Sorry.
That's fair. Where mammoth?
Mammoth with
No,
Mammoth
no,
with
just
were
just a
mammoth?
mammoth.
Oh my god.
Just a mammoth. Nothing
that's-
special.
That's not this though.
All right.
Hang on.
Maybe I won't go just a mammoth.
No
Negative
worries.
4 intelligence.
Pretty sad. So Moro jams his tusk directly into the fire giant's belly, and the fire giant's just impaled there. There's nowhere she can go, thrashing around as she is on the end of these two ivory spears. Roz runs in, and I think that's as far as he gets when he rushes in there.
next
He
to the
went to
hobgoblin.
the hobgoblin.
Oh, to the hobgoblin, right?
Uses an
cool.
action to get there.
And that brings us to Rascal.
Smack smack. Raffle smite. Bonus action.
Smickety
Smack.
smack, don't talk back.
Gonna slime a divine smite in that one.
I love that
Outstanding.
adjective.
Very well.
It is frightened of me. It has a lot of things. I'll get to that in a second after I roll my damage.
May not be frightened, because it may be dead. Yeah. That's true.
So
Oh, I
20
didn't
on
have.
the first
Yeah, I
hit.
didn't have divine smite on the first one.
Right.
Oh, so 20,
30 damage
30
on the first one.
hit, and
God, we're rolling really high for damage.
so 36 damage all up.
She stands, but she is genuinely terrible.
And then horse is gonna kick her.
Horse can't. You're right.
Horse kick? Oh my
Silly.
god.
Horse kill.
How does your horse want to do this?
Smash! The horse kills it.
Oh my
That's-
god.
Right in the gonads. Wait, right in the vajayjay.
The Visage.
Vajaj.
Virginia.
How does this fire giant? Yeah, what's its? What? How does the? How does the horse? Oh yeah.
Oh
Dude.
yeah. Because I was behind it, so yeah, that worked.
The spears, the ivory tusk out through her back, and she slumps forward.
And we all stare menacingly at the hobgoblin. Yeah, like everyone's head turns slowly towards it.
I was looking at it as the horse kicked the giant.
He lowers his weapons and drops his banner, throws down his shield.
Get it over with.
Man, I only got one poison shot. I've still got two more. I don't know what to, I want to shoot them at something.
Wow, didn't even get an attack.
Roz will crack him across the head once.
Crunch. He's still standing after one mace blow. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Go way down.
Also, Stephen, my horse got a kill.
The
Nice.
pandas run into battle.
They tear apart the corpses.
Yeah, you can. It is the banner has come from a place called Slag. He seems to think it appropriate. Like there is no sadness. Just that this is how it must be.
We're killing him. Who wants to do it?
We're killing him.
Pantera?
I mean, we don't really need a reason for him to live.
But I execute him with my last poison bullet then, because I've still got a shot left.
Do you? I mean,
Do we want to waste that?
that's
Look, I
pretty
can just-
painful.
No,
Like
because I
we-
put under 3 bullets and then it wears off afterwards. One vial gives 3 bullets. And then you shot 1 bullet, so 2 are going to go to waste anyway.
Luckily
2
we're not,
uses of it.
Execution.
luckily we're not priests of Kalimvor, otherwise we'd have to bring all these bodies to the cemetery gates.
tell the hobgoblin to look at the flowers and shoot it in the back of the head.
I think Lura is going to snap its neck.
No.
No,
Fucking
Lyra's
metal,
not a
Lyra,
murderer.
Think
I'm
of
just
the
holding it.
Think of the chickens.
I refuse to believe that Lyra would do such a thing. Can I?
Hold it. Shoot it.
Look,
I s-
Afternoon Nap's just going to shoot him in the back of the head.
You're holding him still. Good, now you now
Yeah, a clean shot.
I've got a better shot.
I'm gonna slide down the trunk of the.
You break Lura's
Like
heart.
Legolas.
Well,
no, I'm
while
gonna-
everyone's figuring out how to kill this dude, is there anything left of them? Of the hobgoblins that got fireballed?
Oh no! Their bows are melted. They're torched. There's meat. There's roast meat, but
That's for
Mm,
the Pantera.
good
Damn.
cook. I look to Prophet
Oh, well.
and look at our handiwork.
And I checking the pack on this giant while
their,
it's attached.
their armor's okay, I should say. They were wearing split mail, and the split mail needs repair. Other than 5 or 10 gold pieces repairs, it'll be perfect split mail. Their swords are fucked. Their bows equally destroyed, but the armor is still okay.
Split mail. How much did that sell for?
Yeah, well, probably not actually, because like the straps are probably scorched and burned, and no amount repairing them is going to fix what isn't there anymore. Yeah. You could probably repair the shields though. So with mending might make the shields salvageable as well as the armor.
I'll just split. I'm trying to find how much it's worth. I'm having a lot of trouble.
Splint's pretty cheap, 150, I think. I'll just quickly open it up.
It's a yeah.
There you go, close enough.
I mean,
You have plenty of bodies.
You also can get 3,000 gold from these.
well, I
wanna
was gonna
collect some
repair
because
them.
I was
and
over
stuff.
Resale value is a little.
Yeah, it's halved or whatever. Yeah,
1/4.
1/4. There you go.
Who wants worn armor?
Well, if you
Uh,
let me fix them up, I might be able to fix them up.
And I'll check
And so
this.
on.
I'll check this Giants packs.
All right. In among he has a giant sack which has some crazy items that we'll get to in a moment. But in amongst them is a mud map. It's relatively easy to follow in spite of its simplicity, and it primarily leads the giants to Nesme and also back to the Underdark Cavern from which they have come. The Underdark Cavern is probably no more than 2 or 3 miles from here, if the mud map makes sense.
There's no such thing as longitude, latitude, right? In this, so I couldn't just give people straight up coordinates.
Oh, and hell no, no.
What's a Xanathar symbol?
Circle with 10 lines, yeah.
Can we
You
draw
mean
a fake
Xantarum?
Xanathar symbol, or a Xantarum symbol? Sorry, not
The
All
Xanathar.
right.
dagger snake flying thing.
Yeah.
Do we want to put a fake Xantarum symbol amongst the corpses? So if they come across, I'll think it's a Xantarum, hopefully.
Nap knows how to do the thieves language. He should be able to replicate it with ease.
Oh yeah, I don't have
yeah.
the skill of forgery though.
Thieves can't though. That's good enough, I think.
I mean, giants are
can.
pretty stupid.
Wait,
so-
do we just need to like a badge or something? Did you want?
Just like something to symbolize that it was a Xantarum that did it, like a symbol, like the
Xantarum gang was here.
a bit of cloth from the battle. That Xantarum.
I have weaver's tools. I could.
I'm gonna sit here watching you like crochet something together.
That's
Well, I
what he's
mean, it'll take
suggesting.
some time for me and if someone wants to help get all this armor of these hobgoblins. We have a bit of time here, and I
I'll
want to
do
get
it.
off the giant too.
I'll help you collect the armor.
Ah, sweet.
I'm gonna get my mutton curry. I'll be back in.
Thanks for helping.
You're welcome.
I was already over here, boy.
I know.
Oh, sick. We'll deal with the giant bag stuff first,
Hmm.
and then
Yeah,
I
I'll
can
help out with the giant
attempt
armor.
to make a. Yeah, I'll do that. Man, yeah. That was really loud. Anyway,
All right.
oh,
That's what you find inside the bag. And as I recall, Fire Giant heads 500, I think, but I might be wrong.
big lads. Yeah, I think it's like 300 for frost, and then the next tier is either 400 or 500.
I think fire giants are only 400.
Haven't
Might
you
be
written it
400,
down,
yeah.
Tyler?
No, I usually just remember it.
I thought you wrote them down.
Yeah.
I write the
fires are
price down when I have a head. Yeah. But
Okay.
fires are how much? Sorry, 4.
Yeah, I think you were right. I think it's 4. It goes 1, 3, 4, 5, something like that.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
So the mud map is. I'll stash that mud map then.
Alright, well, I've marked down the giant head.
Giant head, giant. Does anyone want a dented metal helmet? Used as
It
a
also
ball.
has a giant sized suit of full plate. This hobgoblin a very special shield
Oh
and
yeah.
also wears a suit of full plate as well. So the giant size full plate probably not much to you except a strap metal. The full plate that the hobgoblin is wearing would suit any person of about 5'10", 6 foot.
I'll cast identify on that shield with a
Yeah, the shield is a shield of fire resistance, so it's +1. Forgives fire resistance, requires attunement. Pretty simple.
Would anyone like to use it? If not, I can take.
That's exactly what I have. Wait, no. Yeah, that's exactly what I have.
I think two of us have that, Raskan and you.
Yeah.
No one else uses shields as far as I'm aware.
No, I
Nope.
can't use them.
I will take that shield.
So just to clarify, 5, 10. Do we have 25 splint mail? 20 splint
20.
mail?
And a
20,
suit
yeah.
of plate armor from the head goblin, head hobgoblin. Oh wait, he's not dead yet. We
Yeah.
haven't killed.
Can't just take the armor off a still living thing.
We can.
Mm.
It's
But,
just
I mean,
very-
I thought Laura was manhunting him.
He's holding him.
this is really rude. Shield.
Good evening.
Hello. We have stuff. I got a +1 shield of fire resistance now. Resistance.
What do you have?
The +1 shield from fire resistance.
From?
The shield that the hobgoblin, the leader
Oh,
was.
yeah, I remember.
Is his sword magical? Like, is it more ornate?
No, it's a good sword, a very nice. It's a very durable sword, though, crafted by the fire giants. So makes it a little bit special in that it's almost impossible to break. If anyone wants to use it, it has no special properties, but you can write somewhere that it's forged by fire giants and very difficult to break.
Fire giant forged sword. If someone wants it, longsword was it?
Yeah, that's right, a long sword.
If no one wants it, I will take it.
A good sell at least.
You'd normally think of swords fairly flimsy, whereas battle axe is a durable weapon, and this thing has about that sort of strength of a big, heavy axe. You could wedge it in a door, and it's not going to bend out of shape.
Sweet.
Like adamantine light.
Yeah, something like that. It is actually an adamantine alloy. There's a little bit of it in there, maybe 5 or 10%, just to harden it up.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Cool. Fire resistance shield. Any other plans?
I want to tie down that giant plate to the mammoth too. For scrap metal, we can sell it off.
Yeah, sure. Butchered the thing. I know where they were headed. I think it'd be a not very intelligent idea to go after where they were going, but
Underdark campaign, everybody!
welcome to Descent in no out of the Abyss. We get immediately jumped and then put into the soul, whatever it is, soul furnace. Fun.
This hobgoblin's having an existential crisis while you guys are just discussing what to do with armor and stuff.
He has actually, but he's starting to snug blue fur. Like this is not a bad way to go. If he's going to be suffocated by giant fur, then there are worse ways to die.
I might well die. Yeah, hobgoblin.
Be
I mean,
scary. Be a good torture method.
be terrible. Very rude. Not nice at all.
Yeah, I guess.
I will not plead for my life, he says. Hang on, who was his voice again? What did he say?
Kermit.
I will not plead for my life. I can't do that.
I will not pray
I
for
will
my
not plead
life.
for my life.
No,
But-
I'm not going to pray for my life.
But if you let me go, then I will be able to spread your legend and I will make the giants fear you.
I'm gonna quickly I know he's not. We're not probably gonna let him do that anyway, but I'm gonna inside check him.
Or
He-
pirates
he-
now.
he doesn't want to plead for his. He said that, didn't it? You know, like the guy is hoping to find a way to survive. He'll do anything to survive, but he doesn't
Except
want to
when.
admit that he'll do anything to survive. Hobgoblins have a long reputation for holding their word. If you're going to be objective about it, they're actually more honourable than humans. Let's face it.
So they're also murderous. So.
They are also murderous, but you know, like it's like Darth Vader. He says he's going to do something. On the other hand, he also might change the terms of the negotiations, and you pray that he does not alter them any further. But you get the idea. Yeah, he is. The guy wants to live, will do what you tell him to in order to live. But you're right. At the end of the day, he's still a goblin.
Yeah.
I'm not racist or anything, but you know, he's a cop.
I love goblins.
Perhaps we should let him go and tell the story of people. What are we actually? What's
We're the
what are we?
Zentarum.
Oh.
How will anyone know the truth unless you spread it to them? Oh, is this private? Like you were talking out of his earshot? I'm sorry.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, are you discussing this plan in front? Sure. Then again, maybe he doesn't speak your language. Anyway, back to you guys.
But don't we lose the element of surprise if he goes and tells people? Because what happens if we want to attack more giants along this way? And they might be prepared. I like surprises things.
Well,
It's better done from a surprise rather than them expecting us to be coming down the road towards them. In case there's
We're
more.
not going this way anymore. We're not actually continuing this way. We're going back the other way up to the other place to get Wild his sword or whatever.
We're going to Rivermoot. I don't mind either way, the fame or the espionage. It doesn't really matter to me.
I wouldn't call it fame. I'd call it more notoriety. So notoriety. A warning. Exactly. We are forming a resistance after all.
Alright. Well, tell him our group name, then, and set him free if you wish.
Strip him of his pipe. Make sure we take his pipe.
What is our group name again?
Bulwark of the North. Two separate words, Bulwark.
Oh.
B-U-L-L.
That's quite fitting. I like it. Sounds good.
For now. Yeah, he can place them somewhere else.
They're reluctant to let Bug Buddy go.
I don't want to let it. He's a hobgoblin, not a bug buddy.
I think that Nap shares your feelings, Luro. Nap, you're not. You've got the sense that you should put this bullet in a goblin, don't you?
Yeah, I would like to, but I think it's worn out, hasn't it? It only lasts for like 1 minute. I think this conversation has been going for like longer than a minute.
It has, but we'll say that it's a little more potent than one scene.
Sorry, what? The choice two. I'll just like plot my revenge against you guys.
Against us. For what? Like killing all goblins.
One day, like you'll strike a deal with Jai.
Well
for you.
You made me waste no money at all because you got this for free.
But it was the principle. All
I
right.
had my toy out and I didn't get to use.
Does this sound like the goblins that he is being set? So what's
Yeah.
the final decision?
He might spend a night with Lero.
Mm.
I shall spread everything that has happened here today accurately, including the potency of your power.
Remember,
I'll spread everything.
Can't even make some Mrs. Piggy at home.
I'll spread everything. Spread the fire. I'll tell him what you want, man. You know, get back home to Miss Piggy.
I'm just waiting for him as he starts to run off into the distance. Nap just
Mm,
fires.
Yeah, like fucking Private Ryan.
Yeah.
I really wanted to, but it's not so good to go against the whole wishes of the whole party.
Probably shouldn't Saving Private Ryan this hobgoblin.
Yeah.
Plus, it would be embarrassing if I miss.
Yeah.
What a
You'd
waste that
hope
would have
so.
been.
If you're a
I missed on
hobgoblin,
purpose.
if you're a hobgoblin, you get a special skill to prevent embarrassment. Pretty neat.
What is it?
Hobgoblins, they get
I was there. I saw everything.
hobgoblins, like their racial ability for for player characters, like if you fail a saving throw or an attack roll or something, you can get like a bonus equal to the amount of allies that you can that are within like 60 feet of you that can see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're like, shit, I don't want to fail in front of everyone. I don't want everyone to see me fail. So you can to succeed. Or get a better chance to succeed. Hobgoblins be like that. I have no idea. I don't look at stat blocks.
I was there. I saw everything. The fire,
It was horrible.
the smell of burning flesh.
They fired all right.
In 6 seconds, all 20 of my men were dead.
I look from the fire giant to the giant fire.
Luckily, this awesome shield that I had saved me, but even that was taken from me.
God.
Well, that was, yeah,
I wish for death.
unexpected. You
Cleaned
set
that
this,
one up.
Yeah, you set this guy free, right? Strip him of his things.
Be free, Kermit.
All right, he runs off towards the direction of the Underdark, where he will report back to Ironslag what has happened.
Roz and Wild are just, getting the arms off the body, not paying attention. We just see him running away like, what?
What the fuck?
Is he?
What's happening?
He's like,
And,
only got
and
his
why is he
undershirt
naked?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Now I need a character that speaks like this.
It's now canon that hobgoblins have Kermit
Oh, hey
voices.
there.
Kermit accents.
Hey there. Kermit the Frog here.
All right.
All right. What's the plan now?
What is the plan now?
There is
We're out in
no
the wilderness.
there is no trail between Nesmate and Rivermoot, right? We're just gonna have to bush it, bushwhack it.
Yeah. So we're not going back to the.
Well, we have nowhere to set up base, and I don't want to take all our animals and carriages through the swamp, right? We can't do that.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a
Plus-
great idea.
We could essentially find somewhere to, if we found somewhere to put our carts and all that to store them for a time. I could water walk several animals, and we could go in there and get out. But I'd rather go in with like I don't know, like 3 or 4 horses and the mammoth, and
Yeah.
leave our oxen and
Right.
Roth
And
and donkey.
griffins.
Oh yeah, we got griffins. That's right.
True.
Lero always comes. You never
Plus, we
miss
were
it.
warned to be careful.
Roth is an all-terrain vehicle.
All-terrain tactical Roth.
Enduro.
ATTR. Okay, so what you really mean is that we can't go anywhere without these animals. Yeah, since we cannot like leave anything anywhere around here, might as well hoof it to Rivermoot, right?
I get it.
Freaking frog
Horses.
here.
Yeah, that's about right. 2 days.
After that battle with the fire giants, I will also cast sending to the Harper agent in the Dale lands where I was from. High
Oh,
Moon,
yeah,
I think it
right.
is, and let
Yeah.
them know essentially the same thing.
Where were you from? Do you remember?
High Moon in the Dale
Oh, yeah.
lands.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, all right. So you send them. They send you information that the Zentarum have. They long since claimed a place called Daggerford, which is a Daggerdale. Sorry, Daggerdale. They've long since claimed a place called Daggerdale, which gives them a route from the Moon Sea across the Anarok Desert all the way to the Sword Coast, where we are at Waterdeep and all that.
Yeah.
But it looks like they are now putting pressure on the next Dale, which is called Shadowdale. Shadowdale's only very small, but it's also legendary. It's a place that often adventurers choose to retire in. So on one hand, they kind of think like, well, Shadowdale should be okay because there might only be 1,000 people there, but 1 in 10 people have levels as you know, as sorcerers or as fighters or something. But
Yeah.
on the other hand, that's more of a historic truth. It might not be the case anymore. That's the way it was 100 years ago. But more likely, these are the grandchildren of heroes rather than heroes themselves. And
Yeah.
it turns out Shadowdale might get steamrolled. They don't put all of that information into the single message, but
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
But
So
anyway.
so like a bunch of adventurers more or less settled there, and then it's just now a regular place.
Yeah,
sort of
that's
thing.
right, with heroic traditions, yeah.
Yeah. It's got a cool coat of arms.
Mm.
Was controlled by the Drow. That's pretty sick. Anyway, is it still? No, it can't be, right?
No, they but they're not far below the surface, so yeah, so okay, we're going to Rivermoot, no problem. You probably take the shortest route that you can to get back to the road, and then travel the rest of the way relatively unharassed.
Don't think there's a
Yeah.
road there. I think that's just our drawn-in trail.
Oh, no, there is. Oh, is there not? Let's have a look. Yeah, sure, yeah. Right.
We can just follow
Okay.
the river.
Oh, right. Is it Nes? Okay, I didn't know that. And at that point, it doesn't really matter. So you crossed over from the cross country, and you go to find the road. The road doesn't exist. Following the river.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. All right.
Rivers be like.
Indeed.
Since we're following the river, Rosal asked to use wild fishing rod while we're just moving.
What? I want to use my fishing rod. You should have
Ah.
bought your own. I told you to.
Well, you weren't using it, and we'll find using now. That
We
makes
just
sense.
got on the fucking river. Are you kidding me with this shit right now? Not again.
Nah, it's fine. I don't care.
I was thinking the exact same thing, except can I use like my bear form to fish like a bear?
You absolutely can. You can catch some salmon. And meanwhile, Moro puts his trunk around Wild Gold. He just blames Wild Gold for the fight between Roz and Wild. And so he picks up Wild Gold and starts shaking him around. Like, stop fighting! And puts him back down again.
Hell yeah.
All right. So yeah, you catch make a survival check with advantage, salmon bear style.
Survival check. Ooh.
I guess this is like on a pee break. We're all sort of like having a little bit of a relaxing session after traveling for a
Yeah.
bit.
And a 5-minute break turns into really
Turns-
lovely lovely
Yeah.
part of the river where there's rapids and you've got these leaping up the rapids, and it's just so pristine. And you haven't seen a human for a day. There's not even a road. You are truly in the wilderness here.
Paradel's gonna like go for a swim.
Can I make a survival check to try to catch Aradel with my fishing? I mean, a fish with my
What?
fishing rod.
Absolutely. Except for you're at disadvantage because Roz is trying to take the fishing rod off you.
Motherfucker, of course it is.
He
He
stands
stands behind him and he's trying to catch the hook as he throws it.
I almost had one.
All right, you managed to get out.
Oh, I did get one!
Salmon.
Yay!
Yeah, but it's because these rivers are so rich. So even with an 11, like it's a fairly mediocre attempt, but this is paradise. So much bountiful wildlife, and just outside the reach of the trolls of the Evermoors.
I roll an extra 1 for my 13 up to a 14 now.
It's a slightly bigger salmon.
Is mine bigger than Roz's? Wild's?
Oh,
I thought it got a
absolutely.
trout.
He got a trout. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, trout.
you got a
It's
nice long salmon. So his is maybe heavier, but so I won't say whose is bigger. You can decide that for yourselves.
Yeah, mine is.
Oh, I mean, I could probably get a bigger one if I didn't have fucking just grabbing the rod, you know?
Just let me show you.
No, my rod.
I'm just like swimming in between them as I'm
Strength
like,
Strength me to get the rod. Strength me to get the rod.
Sure. Flex check.
Alright. Yep, it's athletics.
Yeah.
Ah.
My rod.
Alright, fine. You bored. Whatever.
Alrighty, I eat my fish, my salmon.
fuck this.
Roll
Throws it
it.
on the ground.
And
Does he
while
have
you're-
advantage though because he has 3 limbs?
That's a good point. It's a good point. It wouldn't help in this case.
Oh, yeah.
So while you're sitting here for 5 minutes, that turns into you get visitors, or rather, you see people approaching from the opposite direction in which you've come. They have a raft, but it doesn't look like they're traveling anywhere. They look like fishermen. They've got their little fishing raft, and they've got their hats and their poles and their nets and their rods. From they're somewhere up the rapids a little bit, maybe 500 feet or a little bit further away when you spot them. But they're pretty concerned, as you might expect, by people with a mammoth and everything else. A distance of about 500 feet, they were traveling up the river. They stopped. They
They turn around and they go away.
something like that. But they watch for a while though.
If I see them, I'll sort of wave, but I don't know if they can really
Yeah.
see me. I'm in the water.
Yeah.
There's this thing when you go fishing in real life, usually when you see a boat passing by, you just give that fisherman wave. It's just like a little wave.
If anyone, if you give them the wave and they give you the fish,
The finger?
The finger.
oh, I suppose. No, not really, but no, they give you the fisherman wave as well. They,
Oh.
yeah,
had
yeah,
fro-
yeah.
we
You
thought you
cut
said
out.
finger.
You cut
Yeah,
out
you cut
after
out.
the fish.
Finger, and I was like, what?
What? Fuck these guys. I roll for initiative. No, they give you the customary greeting, but and then they don't come any closer, but they pull their raft aside and pull
Start
out their
fishing.
rods and just sit on the bank and do some fishing. Pull out a beer, in a flask and start drinking.
Maybe you could buy a rod off of them.
Yeah, but if I approach, I feel like they might be afraid.
I'll go. I'll go up with you.
Oh yeah, that'll even help. Yes.
I've got a very calming face.
Yes.
He
And,
says,
soothing,
smiling a big two-faced smile.
and a soothing voice too.
You've still got some grime, like a little chunk of breakfast.
I haven't washed the blood off from the fight yet.
That's it, yeah.
Oh, not that I got any on me. Fuck me.
Hey, I've got 18
Yeah.
armor club.
You haven't watched the blood off from the last fight yet.
Oh yeah,
From
you
the
got
last
shot.
couple
You got
fights.
shot twice.
Oh yeah, I did get
A
shot twice.
little bit of blood.
Oh
Tiny
yeah,
bit of
you did
blood.
too.
Did you
yeah.
take out the bolts or the arrows? So
Just
Leave
forgot
them in
about
there for
them.
character.
I have
When
forgotten.
like,
I'll
we
use these
wanna
later.
Spread their reputation.
It's like people that like have beards, like when they get fizz stuck in there, like, oh, I'm saving it for later.
Whoa, he must be brave. He's walking around with days later.
Already going septic.
Exactly.
Do you still have the fucking crown on?
Yep.
Amazing.
I ain't told you to turn it off.
I can't turn it off unless I dispel it.
Exactly.
You want me to dispel it?
No. Never.
So
Give me
how
a
much
sec.
fish is in the river?
A tremendous amount. The salmon are trying to get up the rapids, so it might as well be a national.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna do the lazy man fishing. I'm gonna walk a little bit down the river and I'm just gonna fish with my
Ties-
pistol. Okay,
Tie a
shoot.
hook to your toe. Tie a string to your toe, then tie a hook on the end of it. And just lay it on there.
Oh,
I'm gonna go fishing with my gun.
Oh,
Just
You
the
have-
water.
You have an advantage on your survival check.
Lots of fish and I can't be bothered waiting.
bang!
All fish leave the.
You should have had a nap next to it with a thing tied to you.
It proves to be a less effect expected. You do get a fish, but when you get it, it's got this massive hole in it. In the head.
I'm
Can
just gonna eat it and then crawl up and go to sleep on the side.
Can I go bare hand fishing?
You may. And while the gun goes off, those fishermen upriver, 500 feet, 1,000 feet, they jump up and they knock their bows. They have these magnificent bows that must be 7.5 foot long.
Holy shit.
Beautiful long bows, the likes of which would make an elf cry.
How-
Yeah, they knock their bows and they don't aim them or anything. The gun sound clearly freaked them out.
How tall are they?
They're about 5'10". They're average to tall.
Do they have like this sort of Japanese style bow where it like goes like up above their heads and all that sort of
Yeah,
thing?
that's a good example. They're not a compound bow. They're not Japanese, those massive, but simple design. It is like a short bow that's grown to giant size.
Can't remember the name of Japanese bows.
Yeah, does it begin with Y? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's.
Yumi?
Yeah. That's it. I typed I can't. I typed the. I did the spear. I thought, yeah, there you go.
Akigashi? Anyway,
Yeah, that's it.
Akigaru.
Yeah, I wrapped Yari like the spear wall.
Oh. Yeah.
No, not polymorph.
I know how to fish.
Don't.
That'll just.
Really?
That's interesting.
Wow.
Terrible. We're level 7, aren't we?
It's half
No,
level,
it's
isn't
not.
it?
Not for polymorph. Fool.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
Can I breath weapon to catch fish? Ice? Freeze them in midair.
I'm
you
swimming
can definitely
here.
try,
don't,
yeah.
don't freeze everything.
Yeah, I'm in the water.
And I was going to say, Roz would
I'll
also like
watch
to go
out for
fishing
you.
in the water too with a javelin.
Fish further down.
Oh, is
Alright,
it?
I will.
Guns and your.
Yeah,
Exactly.
puts off a fireball underwater.
Javelin's a good weapon. You make
May I make what, sorry?
javelin is a good weapon for fishing. You can make
You
With
cut it at the
advantage?
very.
Yeah.
make a survival check advantage.
Okay, cool.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
It-
breath weapon? What do I do with
just
that?
roll for damage.
Just sit in the water, lightning bolt the water.
That's what the Mad Mage does.
You
Yeah.
catch 11 fish, each 1d10 pound.
Oh.
Roz gets whatever.
Say again.
But you just. I'll try it again. Maybe this is something the way I move my computer. Is that better?
Yeah, Roz gets
Yes.
something.
Yeah, okay, cool. So Roz gets sort of whatever fish he wants with a 22. You're able to get a big one or several small. It's whatever you want. But whereas when Raskan breathes on the on the water, he just freezes 11 fish in place.
Well, that is just cheating.
It is. It is.
I agree with that.
It works.
Is that how you eat
Bullshit.
fish,
I can do
bro?
it
You
again
just
if
take
you
one
want.
out.
Meanwhile, I'm holding my breath underwater, waiting for a fish to come close so I can grab it.
But they're all dead now. The fish are like, there's no.
They're all floating to the surface.
Exactly. We've killed all fish for like 100 feet a day.
Rip. I didn't even get to catch one.
Oh, you got a 10-pounder. If that's how it works.
That is how it works, yeah.
That's a
Amazing.
big one. Trophy.
What, do you get, a 23-pounder?
Oh, I wish. That's a big one. No. Mine would just be like an 8-pounder.
Panda.
But it'd have the best, what's it called, color on it.
Nice.
I come out of the water. Hey, where'd all the fish go?
Really
Anything me
cold.
collecting 58 pounds of salmon.
There's all
And, like-
these
and-
icebergs
and, like-
floating on the river.
Yeah, and like the mist from after like a
Yeah.
bunch of
It's like a Japanese bath.
I don't think. Okay.
You want a
Oh,
fish
really?
too? I can get you more.
I don't think there are any more.
I'll hand him one of mine that is like been in my mouth because I catch with my mouth, obviously. So
Are you a bear form?
yeah, catching as a bear.
I don't know what diseases bears carry, and I will refuse the fish.
He said you got
I
cooties.
take the fish out. I grab it like with my paws. I don't have any diseases, you dick. Because it's a hybrid form. I can still speak and everything. I'm not full bear.
Maybe I'll get your half human cooties.
It's got dissed by a bear.
Shove the fish in my mouth and eat it. Turn away.
I'm gonna bury you.
Will in a second, boy.
I'll ask for some Rascan fish.
The fishermen pack up and they go. Point. They're out of here.
Let's back up. That wasn't fucking. That was one man.
The champion.
Fuck's sake.
Hero of the people.
Destabilizing.
But not
Pick
Wow.
up the fish. That's it. That's it.
Friend of
Well-
man, not of fish.
Since he's killed all of them, we should probably get going.
Oh, I
Yeah.
was having a nice swim, but okay. Let's get her going.
All right.
Pack up our little. Resaddle the horses. They've had their everything.
Resaddle myself.
Are we?
I
Might as
thought
well.
we were. Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
We
we
have to
do.
deliver a message.
Hell
Got the
yeah.
river of poison. Oh, hang on.
We're not
Oh.
doing that anymore.
We have a
We have a
letter,
letter.
for King Bruna Battlehammer.
I think the last time we knew it was a different king. Wasn't there a lady? It was a lady.
I wasn't sure if we found out about that.
We were told by the dwarves that were on the back of the dragon. They were like, the queen has ordered us to destroy all the orbs. Remember?
Right, yeah.
It's been a while.
Oh yeah, it's been a while, all right.
Wow. Okay, well then I need to deliver a message to Bruna Battlehammer. Yeah. And I'd like to go there because I need to buy some things.
Hey, Aradel, you want to send Zelophan? Just shoot him a message, see how he's doing.
The giant?
Frost Giant, yeah.
Frost giant?
Frost
Cloud
Giant?
Giant, sorry. Cloud Giant.
Okay.
You mean Zephyros or Zephos?
Zephyros. Zelophan? Where am I getting Zelophan from?
Yeah, I was
Has
like,
it-
what the fuck?
Has it? It's been like a day since we fought. Has it? Or no? It's probably not been.
I think so.
Yeah, you've travelled it. Yeah, that's 2 days. This is the second day at least.
Okay, yes,
So
cool.
1 day. It's the
I
second. day.
definitely have the sending then. I will. What message? Yes.
Hey,
How you doing?
how you going? How's
Sorry,
life been?
Can't get through.
It's crack-a-lacking, homie.
Have you been getting hunted recently?
Learned anything
Yeah, let's just
about?
threaten him. Let's threaten the very, very nice guy that's helped us a lot. Do not fucking betray us, by the way.
Could you come give us a lift?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. What do you want me to send? Absolute silence. Okay.
That's
I
a good
can.
message.
I can do that. Won't even cost a spell slot. Grady.
What if
Hey?
we use his castle as our
You're
base?
fucking asking you what you want me to
Yeah,
say to him.
Oh, I was just see how he's going. Honestly, I wasn't even paying. I was too busy watching Harry Potter to my right. I even asked the question myself, and then you guys are talking to me. I didn't hear my name, to be honest.
God damn it, Grady.
Well,
I wonder why
so
actor was laughing. I'm like, I didn't hear anything funny.
all right. No, like I was just like, he's like, oh, can you send him a message? Then his eyes glaze over immediately, and I'm just like, well, what do you want me to send?
What if we
Stares off
use?
into the distance. He's
What
being
if we use
overtaken.
Zephyros's castle as our base?
He's
if he
being
allows
haunted
it?
by all the memories of those fish that he just snap froze. Oh, anyone else want any specific? I can say up to 25 words. So,
Say
anyone
hi
in
to me.
particular?
if he's near, maybe he actually could give us a lift.
Say the Xantarum. Okay. I'll cast Sending to Zephyros. I think I don't have to tell them who I am if I'm sending it because I'm pretty sure if
Yeah, they
pretty
know
sure they
who you
know.
are. Sure.
I'm pretty sure they recognize. Let me just see. Sending. I'll ping it. That's right. Ping. The creature hears a message in its mind and recognizes if it knows you. Hello. We are in. Wait. I'll say like. Hello. Thought to check up on you. Fire giants are dealing with Zentarum. We're doing well.
Hello. Glad to hear you are doing well. Have heard that the Storm King has, I think that's 15, chosen his his eldest daughter to rule. He is retiring.
Interesting.
Goodbye.
It seems Zephyros is doing fine. He's heard that the Storm King has given the throne over to his eldest daughter. I don't know her name. Did we ever get it? I don't think we did. I think they've only been referred to as his daughters. I don't think he's been contacted by the Zentarum. I think that deals exclusively with the fire giants. They're the only one looking for the Vonindod. Does that translate to anything?
Burning, dude.
Oh yeah, it was something dumb, wasn't it?
Piece of machine gear within the greater whole. I don't know.
Toothpaste.
Toothpaste.
All this time they just wanted to brush their teeth.
Indeed.
I don't know what toothpaste is made of. How do they make toothpaste?
Get some fluoride.
Teeth.
Get some thermite, rub it in your
I
teeth.
saw toothpaste made out of teeth.
Could
Oh,
be.
yeah. Why isn't it called teeth paste for its for multiple tooths?
You're only supposed to use it on one tooth.
Yeah, you're right. I've been doing it wrong this whole time. All right. Does anyone want any more messages? Oh, I should send one to Harshnag. I will send one to Harshnag.
Where the fucking hell are ye?
No, I get it first. No, he gets it first. I
He
get to drop in on.
interrupts you.
I get to drop in on him. He sends it to me first. What? But downstairs. Oh. Okay. So I'll cast it and I'll say, at Rivermoot, approaching Everland, stopping by some places on the way. See you soon. If that's, I think that's might be too much, but that's okay.
See you.
See you.
Huh.
That's all right.
Your smiley face with a kiss.
See you, XD.
Approaching Rivermoot. See you. See him.
There
All
he
right.
is.
I send that message.
He replies, "Where the bloody hell are you?"
I just fucking told him.
I went to Everland, waited for you. You didn't turn up. Left. We'll go back there again soon.
Well, I think we wait. How long has it been?
Been a long fucking time.
When did we send it to him? Was it the first time we went into Luskin?
I think so.
No, I think it was when we first. It was either from Hundlestone or when we were passing from Luskin to Mirabar.
Yeah, I feel like
No, but
we didn't know we were going to.
I remember us.
There was a blue line here. I deleted it.
I remember us either like measuring out if we should go via Tribor Trail or if we should go via
Like
Mirabar.
Neverwinter.
Yeah, I remember us making that decision. So it was at least Luskin, which was so many days.
Yeah, and we went from Mirabar to Longsaddle, Longsaddle to Zenthal, Zenthal to Mirabar, Mirabar to where we are
Mirabar
now.
to Lurkwood, Lurkwood back to Zenthals.
No, Lurkwood to Moon.
Oh, what? Yeah,
Lurkwood to Moon.
that was one night.
That was one, yeah.
Then back down to Longsaddle, to Tribor, to Yata, to Morbrin.
Fuck me.
Via the.
Yeah. Then over to Nesme, and then I have not scrolled my. Oh, there we go. I scrolled it over.
Well, we didn't
Then-
read
Well, remember
that.
we didn't go straight through
Ah,
Nesme
shit.
Saxon. We went.
Shit!
went up.
How do I go back? There we go.
Sure.
Well,
Let's just say
it's about
1,000
1,000 miles.
Yeah, that's a good number.
Is that like 30 days?
Yeah, yeah. Or 50, is it? Shit, that's
It's-
hilarious.
Fuck me.
We
Yeah,
were
this
traveling
dude was like, I'll
30,
see you
A
there.
few of them, yeah. Once we got the Mammoth, I think we started traveling a bit faster here and there.
Yeah, so we sent this message to Harshnag, yeah, see you in 10 days.
It was a month. It was a month, right?
We're still 20 days overdue.
That's
Yeah,
alright.
he's
No
been waiting
biggie.
there a while.
He's got big legs.
So, are we at Rivermoot?
You are at Rivermoot, and when you get to Rivermoot, they're ready for you. And when
Turn
I say
back.
ready,
This is the property of the
this is the Harpers. We have claimed this city, and it's at the Harpers. Anyway, you arrive at Rivermoot and you find them ready for you. It's a town that's built on the emergence of three rivers, and most of the buildings here are out on the water, built on the stilts, and they tie their canoes and their rafts to their stilt homes and live above the raging river. They're ready for you when they arrive. They have them and the people on the walls, such as the walls are. Again, most of the defense is the river itself. Yeah, they send out a rider to come out, and the rider's wearing chainmail and a cloak and a helmet, not particularly well armored, but better armored than any of these. And state your business, travelers. Why do you bring such monsters to our land?
Is he referring to our mounts, or is he referring to our Loxodon and?
Yeah, he
Dragon
gestures.
Ball.
He gestures towards what might be the mammoth, or be the rest of everyone else.
Adventurers? Give a slight shrug.
Adventurers. He stops her and thinks for a second. Do you have any wares with you? Any hides?
Well,
hides?
Not hides, but we got some armor, some metal, some scrap metal.
Plenty of metals.
A few shields. Got a few shields.
Let me check.
I have a fat python.
Sorry, in my head, I thought of something else.
Oh, we have manticore bits. That's equal to hides. We have some hides.
Oh
in
yeah,
the
we have
menu.
a lot of manticore bits to sell.
Manticore? How bizarre. Perhaps you should come in. If you don't mind, leave your monsters outside the limits of the wall.
All right, Wild, Roz, I'm sorry.
And Prophet.
We're gonna have to go in. Is a joke. Are you talking about the mammoth and?
He's already turned off and has ridden away by.
Oh. May I insight check it?
He can.
Okay.
19.
It's quite difficult to ascertain
He's
because he didn't seem to really know where the line for either. Is a Roth a monster?
Well, I think he means our beasts of burden. So, does someone want to stay behind and look after them?
Whoa.
Yeah. I have no need to go in.
We have to carry all this armor in ourselves?
No, I didn't realize. Wild, Roz, and Raskan aren't strong enough to carry a bit of metal.
That is what Roz said. I am definitely strong enough to carry all of it myself.
We'll have to do a few trips, but sure.
We can do this in one, I believe.
Like groceries.
I think Prophet can help, he's saying.
Pussies.
He can create something.
500 pounds.
Yeah, but that's magic. I don't want to use magic.
What about the giant plate? Can we all can we're just gonna carry that?
Yep, I've got it. Easy.
Would you have to times the weight by 8 or more?
Oh yeah, 8. Yeah, 8.
What's the weight of regular plate, guys? You guys are wearing it. You should tell
I
us.
got it. Yeah, plate armor.
Well, mine's 65.
65.
That's times that.
65.
How far out are we?
520 pounds just for the armor. That's. No, I wouldn't. Did we get the giant sword or anything? Did anyone take that?
Oh.
Did he have a sword?
No, but I mean, usually we don't get. Every time I say a weapon, there's a giant weapon, we don't usually grab it. We always leave it, so I didn't bring it up.
Alright. Cool,
It's
yeah.
always been a burden.
I can enlarge the strength boys for a bit, but not for long.
It doesn't. It's alright. I think between.
Between all of us, we can get it all in there. Just take a little bit.
Yeah, I think Leroy's staying with the animals, is she? Or I will too. She needs a hand.
Leroy's gonna stay.
I'll deal with the people then.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna go in maybe with Aradel and find a blacksmith we can hand it all off to.
I think they're a bit unused to seeing monstrous people.
Well, they're gonna get used to it. I'm going in.
Fair enough.
Yeah, a couple of hundred people. Maybe 300. It's only a village. No, almost certainly not. No. So yeah, you're not expecting to find much here, but scrolls almost certainly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in as well because I'm bored of sleeping. I'm gonna go do magic tricks. Well, not like card tricks and stuff.
Perfect.
Randomly inside the town.
Perfect.
Is Drax coming?
No, I'll stay out with Raskan and guard all the animals. I'll play with my what's the name?
Cool.
I'm gonna
One
take my
regular,
griffin in.
one regular humanoid coming right in. The rest of you guys just fucking look at these nerds.
You cause a tremendous stir when you arrive. Virtually everyone that's out on the water, or school, or at prayer stops what they're doing and comes to see the circus that's come to town.
Carrying a bunch of metal.
and griffins. It's a sight of which many of these people will remember for the rest of their lives. It's this isn't Waterdeep, and to see such a diverse range of people is beyond a novelty. It's a marvel.
Any dwarves here?
No dwarves, no dwarves here. Mostly humans, and a few half elves, so a couple of lizardmen, but almost entirely humans. The it turns out they receive you quite well though. They don't have an inn per se, but they do have a how would you say it? A public dwelling. It doesn't cost any money, but you're expected to give some sort of donation to either the council or the collection of temples to Eldath, the goddess of waters, and Shantae, the goddess of fertility, and so on, the various rural gods. So yeah, there's no inn, but there's a longhouse. The longhouse is out on the water, giving you a massive balcony with which to drink. This is the social place where people come to drink and cook their fish and talk. But one of the things that you notice soon after your rather positive and warm welcome is the materials. I don't know which of you has a particular interest in botany, but if no one else does, then Roz would probably recognize darkwood. Oh, Luro would absolutely be the first to recognize it. Good call.
As an
Good
elf,
call.
I would be interested.
Good call. So I was confident that you'd recognize. And darkwood is a very special substance. It's virtually as strong as steel. It's lighter than most timbers that we can think of, and so it makes unbeatable boats, unbeatable shields. Anything that needs to be both light and strong, dark wood is better than virtually any other wooden material that exists. And these guys are using it in abundance. They build their houses, they build their rafts. Um, it seems that dark wood is used here the way common timber like oak might be used elsewhere.
They like never have to rebuild their house.
Exactly, that's right, and it floats on the flooding as well, so their houses will never go underwater.
Goes to say that they must have pretty impressive tools as well to cut it.
Yeah, good point. And being so close to the dwarves, maybe that's where they get them.
Yeah, that's my thoughts exactly.
The final thing that is worth noting about this town or village is that they are buying furs at double price. They have a desperation for fur, and you have nothing to sell. But they keep complimenting the tabaxis on and also Roz on their fur. But it's a kind of it's a queer sort of like imagine a witch grabbing a child and saying, "Oh, you're nice and fat. Oh, fattening him up." It's yeah, they're patting your fur and feeling how luxurious it is. Well, imagine how good that'd look on the floor, darling.
Oh god, I have some furs to sell actually.
There you go.
Yeah,
price.
I have snow leopard print coat
Oh,
and I have dire wolf pelt.
You guys, they already loved you. they now want to make you citizens. You know, this is perfect.
Citizens
The
need.
council buys your snow leopard and they hang it up in the council in the very long hall that you'll be sleeping the night in. They put this. Oh, it's pretty cold up here. Yeah.
Wait, so how much are they selling fur for?
Well, double. They're buying it for double. So if you have
got
furs,
that £15 wool cloak I got from the giant.
Holy
perfect. Any
shit.
idea how much it's worth? No,
No,
right?
I was just using it as a blanket, so I have no idea how much it's worth.
Do you
They'll
really want to
give
give up
you-
your blanket?
They'll give you 30 gold for it.
Because we're heading to Mithral, I was thinking about just buying some luxurious pillows and blankets there. The money I get from it.
Mithral Hall? No way. They're dwarves, they wouldn't have pillows.
You mean you might get some Silvery Moon?
Yeah, they have rocks as pillows.
It's a bit of a long journey without a blanket. I think I'll keep it.
All right.
Really wants it. Can I inquire as to the amount of this dark wood they have?
Yeah, absolutely. They have virtually unlimited amounts. So if you want to buy darkwood, they'll sell it to you at a half price. These are still ambiguous terms, but if you want to buy trade goods, amounts of darkwood, you'll buy it at half price. If you want to buy a specific amount, say you want £10 for, I don't know, making a shield or something, then they can negotiate on that price. But the other thing too is that they are selling those magnificent bows.
The big bows. Are they considered longbows?
They have long bows and short bows. So the short bows are big and strong. The long bows are even bigger and strong.
I can use longbows.
What the stats of those bows be?
Are they simple or martial?
It's a good question.
martial.
I'll just copy and paste what they do rather than trying to explain it.
Longbows are martial. Short bows are simple.
Hmm.
Oh, they're quite expensive.
They are they're selling short bows for 250 gold pieces, but the short bows do a D8 instead of a D6 damage. They're shooting
that's pretty good.
selling long bows that cost 500 gold pieces, but they do a D10 damage. If you were to take this long bow, you could sell it for 1,000 gold pieces, presumably, because that's what it's worth. Then again, you can usually only sell things for a quarter value, so maybe you'd only get 250 and maybe you'd lose out. It kind of all depends on whether people trust you as a merchant or if they just see you as someone flogging off a longbow. Yeah. That merchant credibility makes all the difference. Exactly, that's right. And bows are trade goods in a technical sense, but if you want to buy darkwood as a, you'll sell it everywhere because it's a very rare material and it's irreplaceable in some cases. You make very valuable staves, magical arrows. All of these things can be made with darkwood.
Can I buy some?
No.
Can I buy some trade goods? Darkwood trade goods then?
Absolutely. How much are you willing to
buy? How much would 700 gold pieces be a lot?
Yeah, 700 gold pieces would be a lot. It's probably about a gold piece a pound, so it's probably about 700 pounds.
Should we
And it's half price, isn't it? So it'd only be 350 for 700 gold pieces worth.
Exactly, and so the weight isn't too important. Freaking mammoth. But yeah, so work out how much you want to spend, and you get double the value for what you spend. You spend 100, you get 200.
Could we trade our manticore hide in our treasury for some darkwood?
Yeah, absolutely. So they'll give you double for what the manticore hide, and then they'll sell you the darkwood for half price. So if you've got 100 gold pieces worth of manticore, it's worth 400 in darkwood.
We have 950 gold pieces worth of manticore.
Woo! They will sell you, 3,600 gold pieces worth of darkwood.
Okay, is everyone okay with that? Me using these?
3.6 tons of wood.
yeah. The horse, the mammoth can carry that, right?
The mammoth looks at it and he's like, "You're fucking kidding me, right?" All right, he'll do it though. You've got a
no. Can we buy a sledge as well, like a big sledge?
If the river goes the right way, you can just float it all the way down the river. That's what rivers do.
Can we buy a sled for the? Because we don't currently have anything like a cart for like a cart equivalent.
Even if Yeah, even if you can't
Why
get a
don't-
sled, just get a couple, or like a dark wood sled.
How much is a darkwood sled?
Oh, are there prices for sleds? And this is a pretty damn
Sleds
big
are pretty
sled.
cheap, but we'd probably want to like double it for the sled for the size,
Quadruple
double or
it even.
triple it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like this
mean-
is a mammoth sled, not a horse sled.
Yeah, I'll quickly just go to equipment real quick. Because like, I don't know what's the best thing for a mammoth to drag around your sled, right? Like,
Sure.
it'd be too big for like a wagon. Like the wheels would be too far apart. All that kind of shit, right?
Oh, potentially. You know, like if I'm hindsight, that's kind of what you know. And dump trucks can't go everywhere, but yeah.
Would it be too much to buy 1,700 gold pieces worth of trade goods?
No,
Can
no,
you
that's
carry that, however?
Or you float it down the river. Buy ropes, tie it all together. Have the mammoth drag it down the river, nice and easy.
Can
Well,
we
then,
buy
well,
The river goes like all the way across.
Wait, we could buy a keel boat, a darkwood keel boat.
You guys are buying a lot of wood.
Yeah.
We're on the river. We can say it. We can see it.
I'm pretty. Yeah. All the. Yeah, that's right. All the rivers basically go this, but I'm not sure about if this one. I guess go like that, right? I guess. But you
Depends on
can. Yeah, surely it floats down from the mountains. That's right. Yeah, and when it hits here, it wouldn't split into two rivers. That's just not how rivers work. So the two rivers must converge here at Rivermoot and then head southwest ultimately towards Waterdeep.
Okay, so a sled is only 50 gold. No, 20 gold, sorry. So quadruple that to 80.
Yeah.
And then it's
And
made out
then-
of dark wood, so.
Unbreakable sled.
If it's made out of dark wood, it still costs double what the normal would be. That's because dark wood is much more expensive than normal wood.
So 80 or
160.
160.
So 160,
Okay.
that's right. But yeah, it's basically it's
Okay.
as strong as
That's
iron.
like nothing. I'll buy the sled if I can get 1,700 worth of stuff on it. If not, I'll buy 2 sleds.
So calculator, sorry. 960 times 2, because then times that by 2 again, because I'm getting double. So 3840 worth of wood on top of the sled. Dark wood sled. Dark wood. Trade goods.
Bulwark of the wood.
Wait,
Dark,
so
raw dark wood. I'll just write.
would that be 6,800 gold I would get from that then? Because you just doubled it twice, Saxon.
I doubled it because it was 950 worth or 9 something worth of
Manticore hide, which
Manticore. They're
double
buying
for.
double for, and then I double it again because
Oh.
they're charging half price for the wood.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's right.
okay, yep.
So I'd get
So
3,000. So at normal places we've just made a profit of almost 2,000.
Magnificent profits, yeah.
3840.
But that said, like you can certainly appreciate that not many common merchant traders have mammoths to drag around 3.5 darkwood across half the fucking north the way you guys do. Like it's an ambitious merchant that from Luskan to Silvery Moon in days. That's a hell of a trip.
So we have 4,950. I'll write that in.
And I'm getting another 1,700 worth. So that's 3,400 then.
We have 4,950 worth of trade goods. Save changes.
But that's my trade goods, so I'll put that in mind.
I wish to enchant my necklace at some point. Would I be okay to dip into the party funds then, my fellow men?
Yeah.
Sure.
You control
Um,
party funds, like go for it, buddy.
Is there anywhere we could flog the armor off?
Potentially, yeah. They'll buy it for like quarter price as per normal. And
We could
profit,
sell
yeah, you're
the
able to.
chainmail guy a plate mail instead.
Profit, you're able to buy that that stuff that you said you were going to buy. Lol.
Wood Merchants Inc. That's our new name, guys.
You were weighed down gloriously.
You're
by
like,
your
you're like,
gold.
maybe I can hold this now. Can I hold onto my coin purse, Wild? And he's like, sure. He hands it to you. Then you
I
just like
drop it, and he's just like, whoa!
I imagine he's like Mr. Burns. Whenever Mr. Burns holds anything, he like immediately like falls over with his like hand weighed down, as if he was holding like a fucking 1-ton thing. I can hold 40 pounds of weight comfortably. Welcome to the feeble crew.
I can hold 5 pounds more than you.
The splint mail you said was I think light or slightly damaged on each one by about 10 or 20 gold.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm taking
Yeah.
that off of the quarter price. I'm
Cool. So yeah, so call it 15 since that's somewhere between 10 and 20. And once that's paid for, it's perfectly serviceable. After that.
You carry around 2 pairs of manacles?
Oh, I'll take the manacles off you because I can carry 95 pounds.
Amazing.
And what about the 20 shields that we got?
Yeah, they're perfectly fine because I think we use mending.
I have another shield as well that I can flog off.
How much?
They're like 5 gold shields. They're cheap as chips.
They cost 10, so quarter price is
10 gold. 3? No.
3.3.
No, see, that's too much. 2.5. Yeah.
2.5. All right.
I'll flog my spare shield off too, since I literally don't need it anymore. Got magic shield. Wait, what would a shield made of the cool wood be?
Dark wood, double the price of a normal shield.
No, but like, what would its effects be? Would it just be an like almost indestructible shield?
It's actually not even quite as strong as steel. It's a little less strong than steel. It's just the fact that.
But it's so light, then it's so.
It's very
strong.
light. Yeah, that's right. You might float in a river as a surfboard. That's pretty
The
creative.
skimboard?
But exactly. But more importantly, what its real value is for druids, because you
Yeah.
can now have a druid in full plate.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
a full wood plate.
Yeah.
And the giant plate.
Oh, the giant plate. Yeah, right. They times 4 divided by 4, so they'll.
Times 8, actually. No.
Oh, no, I suppose so.
Price
but
doubled or quadrupled?
in this, yeah, good question. I suppose the
Let's
metals,
check
yeah.
barding real quick, because
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Yeah, check.
Player's handbook.
And it'll be then one more beyond. So if it's double,
Yeah.
quadrupled, it's times 8.
Barding. I think it's an adventuring gear.
But
Mounts
good,
and
good thing,
vehicles.
good thing you remembered because it's going to be a lot.
Yeah, so let me just almost there.
Yeah.
Mounts and vehicles. So barding is 4 times the cost, 2 times the weight.
Cool. So times 8. So whatever plate mail is full plate is normally worth, this is times 8.
1,500.
But then it's divided by 4 because it's only because it's also second hand.
So 1,500 times 4 divided by 4 is 1,500.
Times 2. So yeah, so 15 times 2. Or is
Oh.
it 750? So what is it? What is it normal?
Oh,
750 or 15?
It's usually 1,500.
So it's now 3 grand. You get 3,000.
Hey, look at that.
That's
huge.
fine.
Do we
Huge
want to
amount of money.
turn that into wood as well?
Oh, do we? Like, no. There's other things we need to buy. We don't want to splurge all our money on wood that we can barely carry only because of a river.
Are we turning that Is that 3,000 gold going into the party funds as raw money, or are we
Yes,
splitting that?
just in one sec. I haven't done my business yet. I'm also looking for small. Do you remember the small gems we got, or the small? I think they were gems. Oh, the blue glowing gems we got in
Yes.
the cave.
The Yeti cave.
Yes, I'm looking for them specifically, Arctic, if they're anywhere for sale.
They've
I got
never even
one.
heard of them.
Fuck.
I got one.
I need more than one.
It's wrapped around my neck right now. On a pendant.
Alright, well, I'll wait till we go to Mithral Halls before I buy some gems.
Yeah, they might have 1 million of them. 2 platinum rings worth 50 gold. You could probably find that in Mithral Hall.
30,000 plus 50.
It's 50 gold each.
100. So you can add 3,200 gold to the party funds.
Where's the 200 from?
That's from all the other splint mail and the shields.
Okay, so we have quite a decent chunk of money.
Yeah, you just became like, ironically, you became. This will mark a real turn. This as well as when you found old mate the evil. I reckon these are like 2 of the times when you really got rich.
We probably don't want to sell the wood to Mithral Hall. They're not really that close, but they are. I mean, they might appreciate us lugging so much of it.
Maybe.
They are still 30 miles away, and even then, it's not even a direct path because we have to find the fucking like. It's up mountain.
It's both upriver and
Oh!
you will be, yeah.
Roz also wants to go around. He saw his master. He had this really cool bag where he just kept putting tools in and they just kept fitting. And he kept pulling them out. He didn't know how it worked. He wants to know if anyone's ever heard of anything like that in Rivermoot.
Heard of what?
Bag of holding. Yeah, I'm essentially saying.
Right.
Yeah.
They think it's, but like they want to know how well. Probably Silvery Moon, they say. There's all sorts of wizards and crazy things in Silvery.
Oh,
You should
thank
have
you.
asked those mad wizards, the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. The mad wizards. Wizards are crazy people.
You're not allowed to commission stuff from Long Saddle. They don't give a shit. It's if they got it lying around, they'll sell it to you.
Yeah. While they're all doing that, could I make like a tinkerer's check to start making the straps for my eye patch?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I got Riskan helping me just holding stuff.
I can imagine you were out there on the veranda of the as the cold water rushes and there are salmon leaping past and you start tinkering around.
And also to the people who we saw. Oh, sorry. I'll let you guys finish.
Yeah, no, good job. And you've managed to. What are you trying to make exactly? I understand it's an eye patch, but
With a Nothic eye on top of it, right?
No, so
Not
I
Nothic,
sent
sorry.
it in chat. It's a little bit up. I'll read.
Yeah.
An eyeball on the thing.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
I'm scrolling up. I'll find it.
So all I want to
Yeah.
do for now is
Yep.
just make the leather straps in that triangle form, and
Easy.
maybe leave that until I can actually go to somewhere I can make the metal casing. So I just want to make the leather strapping. That's it for now.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's basically it's ready now to put that final jewel or eye or whatever it is, the piece of glass in. Everything else is set up until now. Yeah, you've made a lot of work on it.
Cool. Okay, that's all I wanted to do for now.
Roz, you're saying something.
Sorry. Going back to the blacksmith, with all the metal we traded in, could we have cut a deal for some platinum rings worth 50 gold?
Yeah, absolutely. He'll give you yeah, that's right. For a 10% fee on whatever you do, he'll make the trade that you want and put it in a ring form or bloody whatever you want. It's no big deal for him. So yeah, so 50 gold piece would be 55. 2 of them 110.
Okay, sure.
Would you like me to minus that from the treasury?
That would be good.
110?
He makes 10 gold pieces of work. He on one hand, he's feeling pretty good because he's kind of rich, and then he looks over at his neighbor who's just sold like fucking 2,500 gold pieces, and man, I'm a bit jealous to be honest.
You could have waited till Mithral Hall where they'd probably have 1 million platinum rings just sitting around.
Probably.
they'll store it for, like, you've got so much of it. They'll store it for 20 gold pieces a day.
We can cover that easily, yeah.
Hmm.
How many days are going to be gone? 3 maximum? 20, 30 miles up, 30 miles back?
They keep it under tarpaulins, so, tarpaulins made of hide.
The hide that we just gave him?
No, exactly. No, shittier hide than that. No.
Yeah. Yeah, do you want to... Oh, yeah, well, we can just fork the cash out.
Yeah, be right. We got the money for it.
Do they want payment on return?
Yeah, payment on return, because, you might be going...
Yeah. Alright, we let them know our name as well, just in case we haven't already introduced ourselves.
They're thankful for that, but ultimately, turn up and, there is a stipulation that if you don't turn
They get to have
up,
it.
you would. Yeah, but, you're not
What's
going to
that
be
one,
gone
man?
for a year. Yeah. Yeah, you do stand out. And they'll be able to find you no matter where you are.
Alright, do we want to... We stay the night here? Just might as well.
Might as well.
Yeah, what time of day is it?
I think it was 2 days travel here, and so you'd probably reach here in mid to late afternoon. I'm pretty sure. So it's a good time to camp.
Yep.
Fish on the river, camp.
Exactly right.
Go
Fish,
for a
beer.
swim.
People telling stories. There's bards, not real bards, but musicians playing their lutes and their tin flutes and the like. This is the center of the village, and apart from the fact that you have to put up with a lot of children, it's probably a fairly enjoyable experience.
I will play my flute along with them.
Roz would like to go and find the most expensive fishing rod he can and buy it.
Darkwood
Oh,
fishing
Son
rod.
of a bitch.
Indeed. You
Find Mithral thread.
exactly. That's it. That's it. Yeah, it's a magnetic. Really designed for the gentleman fisherman who never really goes those super rods.
Yeah.
30 gold pieces.
I'll take it.
All right.
You
Yeah.
don't tell him where you got it from.
Exactly.
Like, I just imagine like Roz is like Wild's like fishing, right? And he sees Roz leave. He's like, haha, Lamau, I've got a fishing rod. And then like he's like just minding his own business. Roz comes back, kicks up a chair right fucking next to him, pulls out this exquisite rod, and he's like, "Yep." No words exchanged as he starts to fish.
The whole thing just shines like it's made of marble.
Alright, I've got a fat python.
Yeah.
Which temples are there? There's the river one. There's Shontaran. Is that all?
Yeah, that's right.
Shay.
Um,
Did you say
no, indeed.
that'd be funny?
I'll
I'm
drop
gonna-
5 gold at each temple.
I'm gonna give each temple, 5 gold.
All right.
How many temples total are there?
2.
Three shrines. Yeah, three little shrines.
15 then.
15 gold.
I'll do the same.
All right.
Oh shit! Sorry. Now that I think about it, there were the ingots, iron ingots, on the thing. We did
On the
The
on
giant
just
necklace
gone, yeah.
iron
on
ingots.
ingots. Did we sell them?
giant-sized necklace made of iron.
I don't know where that is.
Gotta scroll up.
It was in the bag.
Yep. Out of the bag you got, buddy.
Ah, yes. I didn't actually add anything from it, but yes, giant-sized necklace made of iron ingots. I mean, it's probably the worst place to sell it. They're right next to a friggin' dwarf place, but
That's
I guess.
a very good point.
But it doesn't really matter. It's probably going to play a flat rate because I can't imagine dwarves leaving very
Yeah.
often. Old farts like take 2 weeks to leave the Ironmaster.
Alright, well, should we get rid of it?
May as well.
They're not very impressed, but they'll give you.
How
Wood,
much?
metal. Who the fuck wants that?
Yeah, like a big heavy steel necklace. That's my wife is.
How much gold, sorry?
They'll give you 5 because of the, and then they'll just melt the iron.
Cool. May as well, yeah. No one else. It's just iron. No one else is going to pay much for it.
Alright.
Make your peace. What do you want?
No, it's fine. Get rid of it.
Do you want to hold on to it to smith
Yes,
something?
I do. I could smith a weapon out of that.
Okay, there you go. That's all you had to say, Chief.
Alright.
The overly polite elephant.
Not to address the overly polite elephant in the room.
Nice.
And sorry, going back to the temples, Roz will put 5 gold in each of them as well.
Excellent, excellent. They come and give you counsel. You got so much that at one stage the priestess of Eldath comes out and says, "Peaceful waters to each of you. Thank you for the prosperity that you have brought my town. Am I correct in believing that you are those same warriors that defended Bryn Shander?"
Why, yes, we are.
Didn't realize news got out here very often.
No, I do not believe that it is common knowledge. But among the clergy, our messages sometimes travel on the wings of the wings of the wind, and thus I have heard from those within my order of your activities. Well, peace be among you, and I hope that your violence leads to peace in the future.
It is a means to an end.
Do you think that there might be another way to deal with the giants than using the axe and sword?
No. Unless
No,
your
no
words
chance.
can make them turn around, no. We have seen them kill people, destroy towns. If you... no.
In the long run, there is one. It's been broken by the god of giants. I highly doubt it.
Feel like I am speaking with scholars. I know very little of what you talk about. I have only heard of the ordning in passing and do not truly understand what it is. I feel somewhat naive. As I said before, I hope that your violence leads to peace. And if you should find a way to negotiate with the kings and queens of the giants rather than fight with them, it would please Eldath greatly.
There is a certain one we're trying to find to do just that, unless my compatriots think otherwise. We're all in agreement that we've seen no storm giants clobber anyone or kill, right? So at least we could talk to them first. And even then, Zephyros is a kind giant, and himself has said that at least half of the cloud giants are also amiable.
Please, if I may, I would like to buy your dinner for the night. I have taken the liberty of ordering turkey with almonds and watercress on the side, a serving of local beans, and of course, some small fish, since every meal is eaten with fish in Riverwood.
Thank you for your generosity. I'll accept.
Wonderful. If you should need to speak to me before you depart, or upon your any time in the future, I would enjoy the opportunity to hear more of your stories and your violent philosophies.
May I get your name?
Yes, I am Arana, and I can be found in that house, and point out a blue-colored building that looks very much like everyone else's.
Morana,
Moran,
priest of
Eldath,
Eldath.
peaceful waters god. And other than that, it's a lovely night on Rivermoot. The sky parts and the stars shine up above, and we enjoy folk songs and dancing and fresh food. And the town is filled with life and excitement. So many people got rich today, and your novelty has certainly not yet worn. But all good things must come to an end, and when morning comes. You have to decide what you'll be taking up the mountain and what you'll be leaving behind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Carts. Do they know of a trade route between here and Mithral Hall? The peoples?
Oh yes, there is indeed a trail that leads up there. Mithral Hall was once a prominent area, and they used to trade with these southern lands. Absolutely, there is a trail, and you'll find small outposts of dwarves mining and little villages and goat herders and the like along the trail.
And do they know if it's if it would be easy for us to bring all our stuff up there?
It's they are river people.
Yeah.
They're not sure if you're mountain people or not, but that's really a question for mountain people. The short answer is they don't think so. But if anyone had ever said that you'd get a mammoth across the Evermoors, then they would have said that that wasn't possible.
That's bullshit. Yeah. Do we just want to leave the mammoth sled, the wood, and we can probably take the rest of the rest of the animals because they're pretty hardy creatures.
Yeah, and then we'll just come back down for it. And
Yeah, may as well.
Sounds good.
Can we? Do we have to pay someone to take care of our mammoth?
Yeah, the mammoth will need food for 10 gold pieces a day.
Can we let them shave the mammoth and keep all the fur?
They agree to your deal.
Cool.
You get free mammoth shaving. The mammoth loves it. Mammoth loves to be shaved. It's getting addicted to shaving.
Not
So-
too short though.
So,
Chilly.
yeah, so we're paying for the gold. We're paying for the mammoth. We're paying for the what's it called? And the wood sitting there. What's that?
That's
30
it.
gold a day in total.
Sounds like it.
Cool. I'll write that down in the journal. Liberated. Cool. Are we all ready to set off?
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready.
All right. Then we set off and into the mountain.
Okay.
Okay.
Which quest? Ah, yes. Hey, we could take this all the way down to Kalimshan. They don't have trees anywhere.
Hell's Kalimshan?
It's kind of like think of it like a wealthy Middle Eastern city with a great bazaar and all that kind of stuff. Yep, pretty far south.
It is not on this map. No, it is. Yeah, it's pretty far south.
I think it's about as south. I think it's just a little bit further north than Chult, but Chult is obviously offshore.
That sounds right. Yeah.
And there's
I
a
mean, we-
desert in between there and here, so
And a dead mammoth.
undead mammoth, you mean?
I think I do mean that.
I mean, we could
Prophet
always
will
just
use his
like
abilities for good.
take the wood back to tribal.
We'd have to get. Oh, could we get a ring of cold for this mammoth? Like opposite to a ring of warmth, and just like slide it on its trunk.
A
Or it's
ring. We would have to get like
yeah,
a
like a yeah, exactly.
bangle.
Yeah, a big
A
bangle of
bangle,
cold.
that's it. Yeah.
Bangle
Like
of
a
cold.
tusk, like piercing.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like a tusk, like a thing that you like a big
Yeah.
thing that you put on the tusk. So it just keeps its like keeps it cool.
Keeps it cool.
We'll just throw water on it every now and then, and I'll freeze it while it's on it.
Yeah, that's right. Raskan can just blow breath on it every half a day.
Yeah, we
Can that
determined
be like a
that's
thematical
icicles.
thing where I don't have to do damage? It's just like a little cold touch. Yeah, like a. I'd love to do that.
Raskan, can you breathe your AC on me, please?
What temperature?
A crisp
3d6 or no d6?
19, please. Roll for temperature. Roll 3d6 for temperature.
10.
10 degrees.
10 degrees? That's pretty chilly.
That's pretty nice. I was gonna say it could be a 1, and you'd just be like, fucking amazing.
Alright, let's take all our everything bar the mammoth and whatever the mammoth's carrying. And the wood. Let us be off! And I will Arcane? Is that what you... Oh, kobolds. Say again, you were cutting out a little bit. Something would appeal to their honor? Yes, but I think you shouldn't try and push it. Yes, but they won't like you. They won't like you thinking. They won't like thinking that you know more than them. Well, yeah, they're dwarves. Well, just be humble with dwarves, I guess. But you can, of course, try to appeal to their sense of duty and honor. But alas, let's get on the road. We have a day of travel ahead of us, maybe more, because it's probably difficult.
You look at the road, and it does look like more. It switches back and forth, back and forth. If the slope alone wasn't enough to slow you down, which obviously, the fact that you're having to travel
Yeah.
means that this is not going to be as short a journey as the crow would indicate. Unless you got griffins, they're not old enough yet.
They
They're
are
getting bigger.
They are 24 days.
They're
Are
getting
they able
bigger.
to fly yet?
They are. They are. They had the stats. They were.
Say again, sorry?
Maybe they. Yeah, the short answer is yes, they do. There might be a creature called a bloodhawk or something. I'll
Yeah,
have a
there
look
is.
for that. Is there a bloodhawk?
Yeah.
They have
Sounds
the
fucking
stats of
metal.
bloodhawks. Perfect. So that's how that's what the stats that they are. I'll just check them to make sure that that's accurate. Yeah, 7 hit points, fly 60. Yeah, that works. So they have the stats of bloodhawks for now. Except
Yeah,
Suppose
so
that'd be
and they're
like
small too. Yeah,
that'd be like flying around killing like rats and stuff like that.
pigeons.
exactly. Lizards, little iguanas of the swamp, and
Maybe small birds.
big fish. Yeah, they probably really like fishing. So
I try to teach mine Sylvan. I don't know how intelligent they get. I teach you commands in Sylvan.
you think it might be picking it up. It might pay off.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna prepare new spells since it's another day. Does anyone want me to send messages this day, or is that okay?
Yeah, Zealot. I keep
What?
going to say Xenophon. I don't know who the fuck Xenophon.
What is that from?
I'm gonna have to Google that now.
Me too. It sounds like fucking Dark Souls.
That's the fucking
That's Waterdeep.
dragon in Waterdeep.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it is too.
The bronze dragon.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Xylophone.
Why the fuck am I thinking Xenophon?
Good name. Yeah. You want me to keep sending messages to fucking Zephyros?
Yeah,
He
sure.
said-
See, I
See
don't
how he's
know.
going?
Keep up with everyone.
Yeah.
Make sure he's not lonely.
Yeah, let me just blast off a let me just blast off a 3rd level spell. Hey, how you going?
Actually, who else haven't we caught up with?
Coolio.
that would
See
be
you
good to-
later.
I was gonna say maybe we should just check in with the Moonshine girl. I can't remember her name now.
Moonshine. I've written it down. Pretty sure. Let me check.
I remember it sounds like a song.
Maybe I didn't write it down. Delilah Honeywell.
Delilah, that's it. Yeah. Hey there, Delilah. Sorry, yeah.
I haven't written a description for it. Let's do that. Werebear. In what forest is it? High Forest.
Lurkwood.
Lurkwood.
In Lurkwood Forest.
Lurkwood. Oh, by the way, we're nearby the Moonwood, which means I can teleport us to the Feywild if you wish. Just for a curious hop, skip, and a jump.
We can see Sid.
Sid?
Yeah, I don't
Aelsidar?
remember. Aelsidar. That we called him Sid.
Oh, you did, yes.
No, I think pretty much everyone did.
I didn't.
I didn't.
Alright then.
Feeling really attacked right.
Low intelligence gang over here. Well, now, yes.
Alright, we going?
Sure, let me just quickly change spells to see if there's anything that can help us with this traversal. Don't think there is. Yeah, cool. 1, 2, 3.
Alright.
I'm gonna change Water Walk to Stone Shape. That's about it, I think. The spell magic as well. Dwarves might try something funky. No, they're renowned for enchantments, not for spells. Magically hidden doors, all that kind of stuff. Magic weapons, magic shields.
Who's that? Slow
Magic traps. And regular traps. Just traps in general, really, the dwarves.
Oh, the Mithral's known for enchantments.
Dwarves in general, they're good at making hidden and extremely tough doorways. And
It's like one of their gods, isn't it?
not Moradin, the one Dumathoin, secrets, god of
Dumathoin, yeah.
secrets.
Alright.
And the
So
mountain.
you're able to go through the spells and work out what you want along the way, but we start winding up the white water of the Cerberus River, very cold river, mostly fed from glacial and snow melt. Lots of rapids and rocks that create a tumultuous, constant cascade of waterfalls and of rapids. Really rough river. And the walking is not much better. You've always got fresh fish at your side. You've always got pure, clean water. But the trees, the vegetation starts to get less and less the higher and higher you go, and it gets much colder. It was already getting colder by the day as we get closer and deeper into the darker half of the year, closer to winter. But it's so much more pronounced now when you leave the riverlands and head up into the not even the hills, but really the mountains. One of the I guess not for nothing are these called the Frost Hills. Anyway, you're traveling through an area, and occasionally you pass by small semi-nomadic bands of people that have built a house that's probably only going to last 6 months or 12 months before they move on. And indeed, when they see you coming, most of them kind of evacuate, figuring that it's better to piss off than to wait or see if you are bandits or or merchants or anything else. They just kind of abandon most of what they've got, pack up and head out with their simple lives. However, it's although most of the people you've seen so far have been humans, possibly half elves, a couple of blue-skinned lizard men that adapted to the cold environment. You've now come across a dwarven ruin. It's clearly a dwarven ruin. It's stout and it's strong and it still stands 1,000 years or more after it was built. But more than that, there's a great big statue, and his face has crumbled away, and you can no longer see whether he has a hammer or. But the stance of this picture is in front of you. Um, and the road winds straight past this fortress, and the closer you get, the more obvious it becomes that this is abandoned. What must have once been an important fortress, perhaps the first fort watchtower in the defences of Mithral Hall, now stands completely empty. Um, and there may be shadows skittering around in there, spiders, and maybe even. But at this point, it just seems like a sad testament to a long forgotten people, or maybe a bold and honourable testament to the strength of a people whose crafts never died. You've got
Alright.
plenty of time, and it's hard going. Do you stop here for your lunch break for an hour, or are you focused on doing a sort of military style march to get where you're going?
What, the third of the group?
Oh, I thought we want to get there quick.
Yeah.
Sure, up to you guys.
Maybe like a 10-minute lunch break.
Feed the just enough to like feed the animals and
Yeah.
then
Gonna
keep
have
going.
recess.
Sure.
Yeah.
Go inside a grate, and there's a great crumbling staircase and a massive open vault. It's quite clearly a fortress. It is abandoned. There's no one in here, just the rats and the spiders who stay well out of your way. But it's clear that you're not the only people who visited here recently. There are camps and fireplaces and scraps of weapons and discarded vials and uh, flasks that really indicate that people use this as a sturdy way stop every now and then. Maybe they're human, maybe they're goblins, maybe they're dwarves.
Are any of the flasks intact?
No, they would mostly serve as objects of curiosity. They might be repaired with a spell like mending. Some of them only have fairly simple holes, but nothing that has been abandoned here is useful.
I'll grab what I can because I need cups for holy water later on.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, no worries. You're able to find abandoned adventuring gear. It's in pretty bad condition, but yeah, you salvage what you can.
If
We
if
had
there's if there's like flasks, I'll take them for holy water.
only
Cool.
shards, only broken
Alright.
glass shards.
Cool. Yeah. Good.
Yeah, yeah. Traveling a little bit further. Sorry, yeah.
Alright. Sorry.
Traveling a little bit further. You come to a small village of 30 or 40 people. It's got an old water wheel spinning around there, and they appear to be milling grain or something. They're a little bit defensive. There's a couple of dwarves among them, but they're mostly humans. The road doesn't go directly to their village. You'd have to them, but you ignore this small mill.
Do you want me to talk to them and see if they know if there's any special procedure with going to Mithral Hall?
No,
Might
I
be a
feel
good
like
idea.
if there were, we'd already know or would have been told at Rivermoot.
They don't really travel. You can it'll only take a minute. I'll be
Alright.
back.
I'll come with if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'll hop off the carriage and
Oh, I speak Dwarven. Do you speak Dwarven?
there's people there.
Oh, not dwarves. I thought.
There are some
how long was
dwarves.
it?
It's like
Oh.
dwarves are people too.
Racist.
Sorry, I'm an elf. No.
True. Yeah, no,
No.
that's fair. That's fair.
No, I'm from High Moon. High Moon's has all of them. They have human elves and dwarves. They're like Silvery Moon Light.
I'm not racist. I'm from High Moon. Anyway,
I'm not racist.
Yes.
I have dwarven friends.
you find yourself talking exactly. You find yourself talking. She's got auburn red hair and blue tattoos on her face and parts of her body. She doesn't. She seems quite relaxed by your arrival. But some of the men who are nearby, working, doing sawing and shearing sheep, they keep an eye on.
I am unarmed and unarmored.
No problems.
As appearances.
Going up the hill, she asks. So what could you see? What could you there in the hills? Sorry about cutting you off.
No, that's right. I was just saying I was unarmed. That's
Excellent, excellent. She is armed. She has an axe, but she's leaning on it.
We're going up to Mithral Hall. Do you know if there's any special things we have to do to get there?
Oh, there's a bit of unrest up there. Some people are upset with the fact that there's
There's a what?
a
Sorry?
queen instead of
Oh.
a king. Aye, but they'll tell you about it at Settlestone. If you want, I can go and one of my friends to explain it, but they'll tell you all about it in Settlestone, I should think.
I feel like we'll be told regardless. knowing dwarves, no offense.
Aye, well, will you stop in for a scone and some honey?
I look back to everyone who's probably just waiting, watching. Sure.
Alright, so you're gone, Kyle,
I get lunch, dudes. Fuck yeah.
and cream.
cream on scones. Oh,
Hell
my
yeah.
favorite.
If you want, they dollop it on there, butter and cream and jam.
Thank you.
Probably a fig jam.
Do you need any like letters or anything sent up there that way since we're going there?
No, they have
They have what? Sorry.
nothing that they need.
Cool.
But do you want to buy
Any bread?
Yeah, fresh bread, fresh donuts,
Oh yeah, it's a
fresh
mill.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll buy a
It's like
bunch. Sure.
It's like a bakery here. They mill bread and they bake bread and milk cows and make cheese, all that sort of stuff. It's half dairy, half bakery.
I'll buy like like what is equivalent of like 2 milk bottles worth, and then like like a loaf of bread and like a few like croissants.
For
or
a
whatever.
gold piece, like these guys are selling it so cheap. So for a gold piece, you could probably feed everyone.
Oh fuck yeah, I'll do that.
It's so cheap here.
I like
Wild will also buy milk.
Hey, you're not there,
Alright.
silly. Get out of
Yeah.
I thought it was just in town, like in this little settlement, you could buy it.
Wild God gets bored and he wanders up. And, get some milk. The milk has a big thick layer of
Got milk.
big thick layer of cream on the top.
I'll get like what equivalent is like 2 liters of milk.
A silver piece. It's about 1/10.
Silver piece.
I will add bread and milk for everyone in my inventory.
Delightful.
Do they have any alcohol I could buy?
They do. They. Sorry, did I? Yeah, they.
Do they know if who had like? I imagine like dwarf settlements are like Germany, where every single like section has like their own brewery. Do they know
Yeah.
who has the best brewery in the area?
Yeah, they. Stone. The best brewery is the guy who sells stouts. Goatskin Scout.
I agree with that. I love stouts.
You filter the stout through a goat skin. That's where it gets its name and a meaty flavour.
Cool, yeah. In Settlestone, she said.
That's right.
Yeah, I'll buy some of their liquor. A little bit, and then a little bit more to fill my water skin.
All right, it's absolutely disgusting. I mean, unless you're a Mongol or something. Fermented milk, man. I mean, I've drunk some stuff in my time, but fermented milk is one thing that I'd have to think twice about.
I was fermented milk. It's not like beer.
No, it's fermented milk. It's drink it. It's just like, as I said, I wouldn't drink it, but a lot of people do.
Sorry, you
Indians do.
cut out, so I didn't hear exactly what it was. I just
Well,
heard it.
That's even better. So you get this. You pay for your drink. Getting
what the
liqueur,
fuck is
but
this?
You're not getting liqueur. It's like you know, like a lasky, those Indian milk drinks that you sometimes get in Indian. It's like that but alcoholic. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fermented milk.
Fermented milk. That's right.
It's
I wouldn't drink it.
there's what is it? There's what's the word? What was it when you like carbonated? Sorry, there's carbonated yogurt. That's a thing.
Oh,
I think that's interesting.
yeah, it would be.
I
Alright,
can't
well,
imagine chewing. Like, I know you probably don't chew
Chewing
the milk, but I can't imagine chewing milk.
It's
It'd be like yogurt, except gross.
like eating a spider, you know, Coke and ice cream.
Just not as cultured.
as I get it and take a swig, I just kind of give that really nice smile that I'm never gonna drink this. I'll wash it out in the stream later.
Like you
but thank
close, like you close your eyes most of the way. Your cheeks go up really high. And you're like, yes, very nice.
It's like Aragon eating
Yeah, eating the fucking
Eon
stew.
Way.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll cork it up, put it on my belt. I'm gonna
Ewan?
clean that out. later.
Ewan. There you go.
Perfect. You have as much fermented.
Maybe
Oh,
you should
fermented
pay
milk.
for fermented milk. No.
You have a lifetime supply of fermented milk.
I have
None.
sweet goods, and you bought fermented milk.
I imagine you will never finish this bottle of milk.
You just hand it off to the closest dwarf when we get to Settlestone.
Pretty much.
Guessed it.
You head further up the mountain. Sorry, you again. She is. They tell you she is Queen. Yeah, Dagnabbit Waybin.
Dagnabbit.
Dagnabbit
No,
Waybin.
her father is like the same name, pretty much. Like Dagnibbit. And then like her great grandfather is like Dagna or mother.
You might be right. I might be wrong. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't actually know.
Wikipedia will tell you. They are not the related. She is part of Clan Battlehammer though. Everyone that lives there is part of Clan Battlehammer. It's like it's not a family clan. It's like it's basically a kingdom, right? We don't know if he's dead.
Dead. We just know that she's taken over.
He's an adventurer as well.
Mm.
He's at multiple occasions rescinded the throne so he can fuck off. Actually, one occasion, I'm pretty sure. Maybe two. He gave it to the very first king of he gave it back to like this 8,000-year-old dude that died after like 15 years. Because he was so old. Because
8,000 years will do that to you.
Yeah, like he was. There's like a 9th level spell, the imprisonment one, where you turn them, like you put them into something, into a really tiny object, and that's essentially what the very first king of Mithral Hall was trapped in by, I think, a Baenray. I'm thinking the matron Baenray, and then he got freed and rescued. So that's a little interesting little tidbit. Happened like however many hundreds of years ago, but that doesn't matter. Probably like 100 years ago.
You climb up higher up the mountain, and you pass a few more dwarven ruins and settlements. But the closer and closer you get to your destination, the more these ruins resemble functioning castles. None of them actually are in a state of repair, but they're underway. Yeah, that's right. And so some of them have scaffolding, and some of them have workers, and most of them have not. But but there's clearly an ambition to restore these places, if not the workforce or the resources.
As we pass one of the workers, I just give him the fermented milk.
Oh, he's delighted.
Thank you very much.
That's right. Oh, he's absolutely. But then he becomes suspicious, and he thinks it might be poison.
He's a dwarf. Come on.
Does he?
Ah, oh, I like it warm, he says. Can you warm it up like tea? All right. He doesn't care about the poison no more because he loves
That's
I mean,
milk
as
drink.
as he drinks it. Like, oh, I assure you, it's not like nothing's wrong with it. It's just not for me.
And you see the milk sides of his mouth through his beard.
Splatters his beard. There's like
Oh,
chunks on it.
Let me just do
dripping
this
from
real
the
quick.
tips.
All right, now I'm fine.
Is
So
he
he
drinking?
nearly vomit.
Below 10, I would have humped Chuck right in front of him.
He coughs and he coughs and snorts and brings some swallows it down with the rest of the.
I
Did
kind
you
of
say-
compose myself and like, so we're. We're heading
Oh,
up
I
to
love that. Good stuff, he says.
it is.
There's
it
some
is.
in your beard.
Just a little there. And I like,
Oh, in the soup strainer? Oh.
say we're headed up to Mithral Hall. Any tidbits of information you can give us to make the trip a bit easier?
Oh, I. Spend some time in Settlestone and get out of the way of the Gutbusters. If you don't, you're likely they run into you.
They're likely to what? Sorry.
You're likely to lose a finger if they run into you. They're
Right.
dwarven warriors with armor made of sharp steel, like a great big how do you say set of razor blades on their plate.
Right.
Don't bump into them, or you're likely to chop your nose off.
Right. Thank you for that. I hope that part quenched your thirst for your day's work.
It's good now. Now I better get back to building this oversized ballista. We're defending against giants.
It's
We've got a giant head in the car.
Oh, fiddly dees! Go and cash that in. It's worth hundreds of gold.
Can we do it at Mithral Hall?
Aye, you can.
All right, we better get to that then before it goes bad.
Do you know if Bruno, King Bruno, is in?
King? No, there's. You can't go calling him king. He's not the king anymore. It's Queen Dagnabbit now, and she's a good. Don't listen to the rumors.
That's all right. Is Bruno around, man?
Oh, I don't think so. I think he's gone off slaying dragons, I believe.
Oh, fair enough. We have a letter for him. Maybe we should leave it with the queen?
You have a letter for Bruno or Battlehammer? Who the fuck are you?
Bulwark of the North, actually.
Our group of adventurers?
You might have heard we've just we came quite a while ago now, but we were over in Brynshanda. We defended a giant attack up there.
Giants? Bryn Shander. For frost giants, no doubt.
Yes, those very ones. Was it? And I turned to I don't know Aradel. What was her name? Wasn't she some daughter of someone?
The daughter of the Jarl. I
That's
have her
yes,
name
that's
written down. I'm gonna open it.
What are they called? The Bright Shield. The Bright Shields.
I think so. Yes. Along those lines, she didn't really, talk much
They're a
afterwards.
bit arrogant, aren't they, the Bright Shields? Think they're a bit better than other dwarves. Oh, I suppose you wouldn't know. What will they do?
Oh.
we people, we battlehammers, they've looked down on us for so long. They have the other clans. Well, I say that Mithral Hall is going to one day be the greatest city in the north, and then we'll see what Iron Master has to think about that.
Got quite a reputation, Mithral.
Aye, aye. Well, I'm glad to hear you say that because for too long I've heard other people dismiss our name and decry the oh, well, you shouldn't have delved so deep and awoken. It's well, maybe you've got a point, but he keeps rambling.
I don't quite know. I mean, where's the point in adventuring if you don't, go too far and find out what you don't know?
Aye,
They
aye,
say
aye.
madness is close to genius, isn't it?
It's not called fucking Iron Hall, is it? And if you want the Mithril, you've got to go.
Exactly right. Now, you said something about the rumors about the Queen. Well, what were they?
Oh, no, don't listen. I tell you what, thanks for the Yakult. I've got me I've got me bacteria now. I'm gonna get back to fixing the ballista if you don't mind.
No, that's quite alright.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
your help.
the help.
All right.
Continue on.
Move on to. He's banging on the. He's fixing his.
He's gone back to work.
Gotta hew this stone right here.
And so you make your way up. You wander the last few miles. Trip it really means spend a night in one of many dwarven ruins, or in the accommodation of perhaps some local farmers who put you up in their barn. But after a day and a night and another day, you finally reach the town of Settlestone. A group of about 200 people, almost exclusively dwarves, that mostly do farming, like raising and shearing sheep and the like, to provide the meat and the food for everyone else who does the mining. But they're not happy to see visitors. They're not happy at all.
All right, that's pretty rude.
Hmm.
That's Settlestone. They don't like visitors.
Yeah, they're not really interested in seeing the the famous Gannett Gate granite. The famous granite gates that lead to Mithral Hall are closed, effectively sealing the mountain.
Oh, right. Well, that was a nice trip.
There's about 200 people in about 200 people in Settlestone. 1 in 5 are armed guards.
Can we go up to the most important, or one of an important-ish looking armed guard?
All right, you find an old, long grey beard. He represents an orc called the Host of the Hall, who are the military for Mithral Hall. He stands in gleaming iron armor, bedecked in flecks of mithril.
Hello. Is there? Are we able to enter Mithral Hall?
Under what grounds would you come in?
Well, trade and yes.
You monster!
Whoa.
Kobold that loves dwarves. That's great.
What business could a creature like you have with the queen? He says that to the kobold. dwarves flock to you, then where's your flock of dwarves?
Mm.
Oh, Mirabar and Ironman.
Do you know of Clarion? Clarion?
I see you've done your homework. You know about Clarion then?
We met him on
Oh, go
travels.
on. Oh, you spoke to him and you met him. Do tell me more. I'm in for a story.
Does anyone have the names of the dwarves that that was with Clarion?
I was friends with them, but I only have them down as 3 dwarven friends.
Yeah, good call. You'd remember their names.
Do we want to just mention the letter or what?
Mm.
Yeah,
If I say
but
them
like
out loud,
he's
they're gonna
not gonna fucking believe us. Oh, you got a letter for her now. You spoke to
So-
Clarion. You got a letter for the queen. It's bullshit.
Did you say that I would remember the 3 dwarves'
Yeah,
names?
yeah.
Okay.
Tom, Jerry, and Darla.
Yeah.
There you go.
Uh,
But it's
Yeah, sure.
Tomoth and Geraldine and Darlakin.
Dalag Nabbit.
Darlag Nabbit.
yeah, I shared drinks and food with them. And then we became
Darlandathorn.
friends. The other 3 were not so warm to me.
You did. Well, I'm gonna call you out on that one. Old mate Darlakin's only
Only what? Sorry.
over there in the barracks.
Oh, can we?
Bullshit.
Oh,
sure,
really?
let's go.
Call him out!
Aye, I shall. And he goes, "Oh, it's you!" And you are admitted. You receive a warm welcome into a cold place. And beer flows
Incredible.
free and foamy and frothy. And next week we will go beyond the granite gate and into the famous Mithral Hall.
I can't believe making friends with those 3 dwarves that so long ago paid off in such a big way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, you know them, huh? Well, there they are. Go tell them.
Okay.
Oh hey, fuck.
God damn it!
No, we look like a dick.
Now I feel like a wanker.
Well, that was a really good session.
Yeah.
I honestly, I didn't think we'd deal with that many enemies that
That quickly.
Yeah.
That fucking fireball is bullshit. I lost my kill
Mhm.
lead now because Prophet has
Yeah.
gotten a 25 bomb in one. He got attacked nuke in an instant.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
depending on who got it
Prophet's-
first.
yeah.
Me or Prophet in the what's the name?
How many kills am I on, Steven?
You're on 16. Prophet's now on 19.
What the fuck? What? He killed like.
No,
No,
he
yeah.
only
He killed
Oh, there was
did
only
one of the
20?
fireballs.
There's
He only
only
did one of
15,
the fireballs.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
And
I
then-
I did the other one.
Yeah.
How many?
Yeah.
did I-
Oh, okay. Well, he's only 3
You're
above me then. Okay.
only 7.
On 7, yeah. Yeah,
Doesn't
yeah.
count.
I just
From
gotta
where
try
I
and get
started, we have killed 69 enemies exactly.
Hell yeah.
And that's just who gets the killing blow.
Yeah,
Yep.
Not who actually does.
I
That
did. I
horse-
gave.
That
I
horse
gave.
has got one.
No, I gave one to you, Rescan, because you were mounting it. That's what I classified it as.
Rude.
I mean, I can take it away from you if you want.
Don't you want 4 or 5?
Bye, Sash.
Goodbye, Sash.
Bye,
Sash.